Right.
Full of oranges.
Yeah, actually, the other day it was.
Who's ready for some D&D?
D&D.
Let's start off tonight with the recap.
Someone's like, cut you off if you don't work.
Eve.
Started a fight that I'm not.
Eve,
Yeah,
do you recall
you'll
what
lose.
happened in the last
go.
episode together? I know it was 3 weeks ago.
We aborted the ships, and we're about to set sail for the Kraken Isles when a ghost ship, well, not ghost ship, but a ship suddenly appeared with a giant ogre and some skeletons, and we got into combat.
Yep. It's all right.
And I was climbing up the side of the ship. Why did I jump into the water again?
Oh yeah, because you got poop
Oh, yeah, I got
on the back
poop.
of your head.
Ah.
And you jumped overboard, the ship came up, and that was the fastest you ever climbed up the side of a ship.
I am metagaming hating you right now.
I didn't do it.
But I know you did.
I didn't do it.
Me.
Melusine would never touch poop.
Right, but she
She doesn't
definitely
even
would not
wipe
be.
her own ass.
She would
That's
not be
what Anora
opposed
is
to
for.
telling somebody else to do it, though. I know this.
So we need to level up, right?
No, but you all did gain 1,200 experience from the last adventure. Tantalizingly close to level 5.
5 it is.
No, that's not.
Oh yeah, so
That's not close at all.
with the combat,
Well, it doesn't look close on here.
Put it nothing.
as everyone was fighting the
Over halfway.
skeletons and the ogres, especially him trying to get at the big guy, I'd gone over to the ship, found a sigil, a demonic sigil carved in, or not carved in, but in the floor of the ship, and Poof did away with it, and we were able to win the fight the rest of the time.
Which banished the last of the demons. Also killed the skeletons. Orn, your combat with the ogre chieftain.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Yep.
But I think I had it.
But eventually he went down. Way down. Deeper and deeper.
Yeah, and I went to go.
Down to
Did I go down? Swim towards him.
You made some friends in the water.
We haven't got to the burning ring of fire yet.
I don't know if I would consider them friends. Maybe like acquaintances, sea buddies.
Gary, after the fight, after all the blood had been shed and the ship had been cleared, decided to name the ship.
That's right. We named it the Bobbing Saget. Oh.
Everyone was, and I died a little bit inside.
And I want to jump off the ship again.
Yep.
Please do.
Well, at least we know that this ship is going to be the one that goes under. So it's going to bob. And it's going to sag.
And it's going to sag.
It's going to sag all the way to the bottom. It'll bob.
So tonight, our scene opens upon dark clouds. The flash of lightning illuminates an outline of steep mountains rising from the sea in the distance. As a motley fleet of vessels tack towards the brooding storm, aboard the 13th ship, the sound of distant thunder rumbles across the rising swells. We're all headed to Isle the north here. Not the main island that no one has ever returned from. You guys instead decided to go to this island over here.
We're going to tiptoe around.
Shaped like a running man.
Yeah.
It looks like he's
See it.
jumping
Or he's
jacks.
hurtling. Yeah, he's hurtling.
Yeah, I see it.
I see it jumping jacks.
Okay?
I can see that too.
The Hurtling Man Islands.
It's an athletic gentleman.
Tonight,
Nile.
we charge the table at
Oh, charging the table actually before we get into any combat.
2.
Generous.
16.
We need to have a special place set up with its own camera.
Showing the charge die,
Just show
so
the
you can
charge
check
die.
it during the game.
Yes.
Make sure that it hasn't gotten away from us.
Make sure it hasn't like shifted.
I mean, who would dare shift it?
We've had players do that.
Bard,
Some of those players might have been instigated by other players.
you detect in front of you, behind you, and to the east, to the west, you detect the sense of Kraken as your animal sense tripping.
Okay. Are they getting like stronger, like we're heading towards it, or is it coming towards us? Or
You're sensing it very faintly, as if it is on the edge of your awareness,
okay.
coming and going.
So basically, all the directions that we're not going.
No, you're going north.
Okay. So there
you're
is
sensing it
some
in front
to
of
the
you.
north.
Yep, and you're also sensing it to the west. You're also
I get
sensing
a
it behind you
tiny
to the
shark.
south.
Can I tell if it's within, like, is it within 5 miles or is it at the...
It's around 5 miles distant.
Okay. I will be up in the crow's nest. And
Could be on
it gets
4,000.
to, like, about a mile.
Does that sense give you like pinpoint information, or does it just give you an awareness of the creature and tell you how many of them?
If it was my choice, I'd say...
The
That's
GPS
definitely
position.
pinpoint.
Pinpoint. Everyone knows that.
100%.
All right.
It's one of the most common skills of a
Yeah, definitely known.
whatever you are.
It is known.
So as you're closing on this northern island, you can see that it is completely wreathed in clouds, dark clouds that flash every now and then with lightning. Hear the sound of thunder rumbling across the waves towards you, Mel. Surf's getting a little choppy.
You're getting choppy.
A thunder wave wouldn't push thunder clouds. It just pushes people, correct?
I'm sure it would push the cloud in the 15-foot cone.
Yeah, clear 15 feet of clouds up for
Yep,
us.
yep.
Why is there an oddly shaped cone in that cloud?
It's a
To be
tweezer.
helpful,
It's a
you guys.
tweezer.
Not saying it wouldn't clear the clouds within 15-foot radius.
You use your storm. X-woman powers.
There is gust of wind
I don't
is a
You're a wizard.
good spell
have all
for
the
that.
spells. Working on.
Well, you're a little
Start
slow.
worshiping me now. That way, when I am all, I'll remember you fondly and
Judging from the distance that you're at, Leviathan, who grips the wheel in his hands, guiding the ship between the swells, tells you, Honored Elder, that it will be likely 2 or 3 hours before you arrive at the coast.
Has anyone been to this island before? It is the first landing.
A couple of the orcs look around. One of them goes, "Aye, my dad. Kraken hunt. Some 60 years ago.
So you're 60 years old.
No, my dad
Where is your dad?
did.
So he came to this island and died.
No, it was a hunt. They fought with the Kraken worshippers. Scaly folk they were. Hard-shelled.
Kraken worship.
Be careful with that scaly stuff.
yeah, that sounds like a member of the.
Said that the scales were so thick they had to climb aboard them and try to dig little daggers in between the scales. Lead them out slow.
Are they hostile? They attack when you land?
The isle, my father said, sacred to them. None who step on any of the Kraken Isles may ever be allowed to return alive.
Oh, what kind of rules are that? Well, we're gonna go ahead and set foot on these islands. And then we're gonna go get a Kraken. And we're gonna use some of these scaly... Nice.
Oh, the alerts are working.
I heard something and I was like,
Thanks for
someone
following.
didn't put their phone on side.
Right, so we're gonna go and we're gonna take one of these dragon scale people with us. And he'll show us the way to the biggest Kraken out here.
What exactly is the rule for these worshippers? Anyone who steps a foot on the island.
Can't leave it alive.
What if we walk on our hands?
So my father said. Anyone who sets foot on the island
I
never
may
be allowed to
going
return.
down that path. But we also
I was
have
picking up.
wings.
Or we could put the seawater into a bucket and just hop along the shore.
Oh no! You have 2
A la
buckets, a
Davy
foot in
Jones.
each, and a rope, and you just—it's a skill.
Or we could just pull up to the island and
Well,
yell
how
for
do they
someone to come down.
define feet?
The orc gives you this look like he
What about
doesn't
hoofs?
understand
If
why
I'm
you're being
on a
so.
horse and the horse is on the island, my feet aren't touching the island. Would I be safe? They can kill the horse.
Two.
Or don't know if the
I'll get in the ocean and then they can kill the horse.
Kraken folk, the worshipping folk, would appreciate fine points of
They sound completely
Law.
barbaric.
they're scaly folk, primitive.
Oh, well, I know all about that.
No offense, Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Well, they may be friendly. We'll try to talk. We'll reason with them before we attack them. How about that?
Was my father said the way the hunt were to be conducted? Go ashore, defile one of the Kraken shrines, we bringing one of the Kraken out, and then when we be stabbing the Kraken, dealing it a mighty blow, and then we haul it back and sell the carcass. But unfortunately, that fleet was destroyed, and father's the two vessels that survived from it brought only a few tentacles. Kraken. Still a worthy expedition.
Well, what if we try a little trickery? We try to befriend the Kraken, lure it out of its wherever it dwells, and then we kill it.
Well, what if we just defile the temple from the boats and we just don't get on the island at
Cannons?
magic?
Got to draw it out. We don't want to drive into it.
Well, they need. I mean,
Float into
that
it.
just eliminates the need for us to worry ourselves with the primitives. Stay on the boat. You and I destroy the tower. Whatever.
Right, when was the last time you got a Kraken?
I'm just saying, it's gonna save us some time, and we're already on the boat, so feel it. Already on the boat, ready to go home.
Where do we find it?
When you destroy the temple, it's going to appear. They just said that.
Well, then we have
Bart,
to
are
go
you
on
howling
shore.
from the
No,
crow's nest?
Yes.
we can
I,
destroy it from the boat. We need to be on the boat to fight the Kraken, right? Because it's a sea-dwelling
Can we
creature.
shoot the temple from the boat?
Yes, you and I have magic.
Well,
Well,
I
how
can get
far
it.
is it from the shore?
right. If it's
Yeah.
more than 120
You know the
yards, I
exact
can't hit
distance?
it.
Well, we'll find out, but I'm just saying that's
Okay.
what we should
Within
try
5
first
miles.
before we bother
Then
with
they
the
are.
worshippers.
It's fading into and out of a 5-mile radius
Well, it sounds
from
like
you.
the
You
dragon.
definitely sense the presence of Kraken.
Maybe you talk to them.
How
And
many? 3?
if they attack us, then we just
You
kill
know,
them.
a blob of smoke.
Right.
Why
So-
am I
Can
always
you-
the one that's going out
Since-
say, hey, we're friendly, and
Because
end up
they're
like,
scaly
We're
and
all the
you're
best
kind
at
of
it.
scaly
To
and
your west,
Oh, thanks.
to your west, Bard, you are sensing that
East.
there are
I'll send
more
you a
than
page
one
into the bar,
Kraken
Pete.
that are fading in and out
Screw
of your
this over.
presence. In front of and behind you, you think you sense one.
One to the.
Yep.
Okay.
So that would be north and south.
Well, I'm gonna be howling in my nose pointed forward
From the crow's nest?
with my. Yeah, just over my paws over the edge of it.
little bandana.
Bard, what
Little
is
pirate
it?
bandana.
The dog must see the shore. Follow his nose.
Wonderful. The dog can smell the shore.
Horn, did you want to do anything while you guys are closing on the isle?
Actually, I do. I want to climb up to the crow's nest.
It's gonna
Okay.
be very crowded with the 2 children, Bard, and all
There's
his
a
bones.
bunch of.
There are 2 crow's nests. There are 2 crow's
And
nests.
a bunch of
You've got
dogs.
2 children in the back crow's nest, 2 children in the front crow's nest, and Bard in the front crow's nest.
I'll go up where Bard's at.
Okay. It is now crowded up here.
I'll hang off the side.
Okay.
Like with my feet on the pole and hanging off, with my hands like this.
If I see him doing that, I want to find the captain.
Anyone ever heard of the HMS Mary Rose?
I'm gonna guess it didn't end well.
No. Just put more weight on the crow's nest is what I'm saying.
Fine.
Well, tell them to turn the ship really fast and see if it
People would
falls.
fall off and
Hey, Pyro!
And I want to see what I can see. Oh my god.
Roll a perception check for me, Orn.
I don't see Jack. Or Daniel.
The storm is beginning to get thick in front of you.
Jack Daniels.
The weather's beginning to get thick in front of you. It's
Yeah.
hard for you to make out anything other than the outline of the distant shore. Now it's somewhat less distant, which is vaguely illuminated by flashes of lightning. Eve, you sense that Hannibal is still in the area. Bride Shark has been training you for how to watch for his fin, and the main thing was getting him to learn to stay near the ship instead of roaming around. But by feeding him consecutively over the past couple days, he now recognizes that this is a steady supply of food. So, as long as you don't run out of horses, everything should be fine.
I'm good.
Wow.
I got a pet shark!
That's
Yay!
expensive.
For short, you can call him Han, the solo shark, so
Oh, shark.
it's great white. So, as you guys close on the shore, Bard, you sense that the Kraken in front of you tends to keep that distance from you.
So it's like keeping away. So it's past the island now? Other side of it?
No, it's moving around the isle
Okay.
with you. So it's like moving slightly to the west around the isle, and as you guys are coming closer and closer to the isle, it's keeping at about that distance. You can roll an Arcana or a knowledge, knowledge nature.
All right.
Let's shoot.
Say 13.
Something sticks in your mind, Bard, from your time at the port cities, where you were picking up tales from local sailors. That
Pick it up, tail.
Big tail. Sniffing tail.
no end to the punnage.
No, I think we're at the tail end of that joke.
Well, that's it. We're done for tonight. That's the end of that. So, you remember that some of the sailors mentioned in their tales that Kraken are rumored to actually be magic users. Intelligent. It seems to you that for the past hour, this Kraken has been doing to you what you've been trying to do to it.
Tracking each other.
Yeah.
And Orn is right there, right?
Yes.
I like lean over to him. I'd say, "Oh, blind mind reckoning. I'd say it's about 5 miles away."
I need a
Yes.
yeah.
I'm already on it.
A wisdom save, I think,
And feeds Hannibal.
Wisdom save.
to keep holding onto the crow's nest.
You better not hurt my shark.
13.
Okay, it's enough. You managed to scramble and grab back onto the.
Holding on like this.
I said the Kraken's probably 5 miles in that direction.
The
My foot comes
two
over
kids.
the side of
No,
the
I'm not whispering it. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not like, the Kraken! Yeah, I'm not saying yelling or anything.
I hate you. I so want to freeze you into an icicle and throw you off the ship right now. What was that? What'd you say? I forgot. I was kind of just getting over the whole shock of
He was too in character.
speak words.
I go and chew a bone.
Speak! Speak, boy! What'd you say?
As the fleet behind you begins to.
You heard him.
I really
Think
don't.
about it.
I didn't. Something about cracking over something.
He says there's a Kraken about.
Hey,
Trying to play his character.
no, I really didn't hear. I was
No, he's not playing.
shocked that he was speaking to
Well,
me.
did your character hear it, or did he not hear it?
Perception check.
Just the sound too much?
I'm gonna go with a 8 on a perception check. Did I hear it?
He's right there. Yes, you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I said, by my reckoning, there's a Kraken about 5 miles that direction.
How? Can you spell it? Good boy.
Mark your territory on him.
Oh, yeah.
I take one of the bones and throw it on the
Piss in the
ship.
wind.
In midair. I poof for the bone. I like aim towards the trajectory of where that bone is falling. I want to poof and intercept it.
And before he hits the water, he's back in the crow's nest.
Yes, I want to do this.
This is the best game of fetch I've ever played in my life.
Poof fetch.
Who fetch?
Good job.
Oh wow, I forgot about that one.
Who chow?
Wow, that's an old throwback. So, as you're approaching the isle, Gary, you can clearly see that there are a lot of rocks around the coastline, and it looks as though there are elven ruins all along the coastline, seeming to have been erupted from the ground. It looks like the ground has erupted through the elven ruins, as if there might have been a settlement here that was broken up and parts of it attempted to be reassembled over time, but now it just looks abandoned. These buildings don't look out of place from the elven buildings that you saw at any of the settlements back at Torsuza or Tor Taisad. These definitely look like they were river elves. But they've long since been abandoned, and they all over the shoreline, now forming a rough harbor.
Are these the only buildings we can see or anything? Or is there not any noticeable fires
A
or
little bit.
No, no.
anywhere?
No, they're much older than that.
So, like, other than the ruins, is there, like, some sort of encampment that would probably actually have life? Like, is there lights or fires anywhere?
You don't see any. You can see that the ruins continue off to the. So you're looking at the coast of
I'm
this
the
isle
teacher.
here. As you look at it, you can see that the ruins go off to the west.
Look at the big
Sort of-
one?
This one.
Okay, yeah.
This one here. So you've reached the southern point of this isle.
Okay.
And you can see that the ruins continue off around to the west. East.
Yeast.
Alright, so there's the ruins that continue along the shoreline to the east, and to the west you can just see that it's broken rocks seem to have erupted from the ground and now forming high mountains that rise up into the mountains, into the clouds.
Let's stay along the shoreline and let's do a quick ride down the shore and see if we can find any signs of life, and then if not, we'll turn back.
Leviathan says, "You'll be docking then, Elder, honored Elder. You're with your horses."
Right, sounds like we need to find one of these temples. Give it a quick defiler.
Fine.
Right.
The rest of the fleet will form up. Wait for the first sign of the Kraken.
Well, we gotta ride down the shoreline and look for what could be a temple.
Aye, this ship. We'll dock, and the other 12 ships will form a circle.
Do we have to dock?
Why can't we ride the ship up the shoreline?
Just like
We'll
around the
We'll
island.
dock when it looks dockable.
Oh! I misunderstood. Aye, we can do this.
Right, you said the ruins continue up the shore. We followed the ruins.
Alright. Time for a group skill check as you all plot along the dangerous rocky coast, seeking a more peaceful harbor. So, Bard, you're from the Crow's Nest, so you'll be sighting for danger. Mel, what are you doing to help out?
Well, I was getting a tan.
Good. Very good.
Distracted playing proof fetch with
I guess
tries to throw my bones out of the crew.
I will just like stay at the edge of the boat and look, halfway interested. For something
Look
like
out.
a temple.
Gary, you're driving the
For a
pilot.
lookout.
Basically.
I failed on that check.
Eve, what do you want to do to
I'm
help?
supposed to roll?
Outstanding on the ship,
think so,
you've
yeah.
got the rest of the crew
Yeah, warm it up.
that need motivation. You've got the sails.
Here comes.
Okay. Oren, what are you doing?
As I'm working, I can be motivation and
How close are we to the shore?
You're coming closer.
Swimming distance?
But your distance right now is, we'll say, about 1,000 yards.
Swimming distance.
It's very choppy water, and the
Yeah.
shoreline is over a bunch of broken rocks.
And there's a Kraken.
And there's sharks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
There will
stay
be a Kraken.
kind of up on the crow's nest. Do I need to do it for fairness? Do I need to do like a strength check or anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
not yet. You're not doing anything wild. All right,
Yep. I'm gonna sit there and just continue to look out.
Gary, make me either an intelligence check or an athletics check. Your choice.
Harder or harder?
Hmm.
You decide.
With my minus. Alright, 13.
13. All right.
13.
Guiding Leviathan, the ship heaves to, begins to sail between the channel of the small isle and the larger island, between the rocks to your west, off the... Damn, I knew it when I stepped down
East.
here. Port side of the ship.
But I know one.
Oh, hey, thanks. So you're you're basically telling Leviathan where to steer.
Okay.
Eve, roll me a charisma check or an intelligence check as you
Where'd you
inspire
have
the
mercy?
crew.
Inspiration.
She's doing
I'm here,
inspiration.
Inspiration.
Wait, you say charisma
Very
or what?
Charisma or intelligence?
Alright, hold on.
Bard, roll me either a perception check
Okay.
or a survival
You
check.
do-
Charisma.
Yeah, you could do a
Is this
persuasion.
a smell-based perception?
Plus
I
four.
didn't.
It is not. It's
Actually,
a sight-based.
But you're
Boy.
basically persuading
That is a
them
12.
Okay. That's good enough.
At 12.
Okay, so Eve, with your careful coaching, the crew are able to keep the sails rigged just enough that the wind doesn't tear them as you're threading a course while also trying to pick the wind. Bard calls out warnings from above as rocks that are hidden just below the surface begin to become apparent to him, and you are able to steer around them without nicking your ship. Mel,
Fail.
roll me either a charisma check
We understand your
or a
box.
dexterity check.
Thanks for the box.
Oh, that's on the port
Good
side.
barking.
One yip is port.
One yip for port.
2 yips for starboard.
That's
Okay. It's really hard to not shift here. You're starting to get droplets of rain, and although Benab is trying to apply the sunscreen evenly, he just accidentally just scoops it up all over you, and you realize that he's put so much on there that now you're just going to have permanent just caking of that sunscreen all over you. It's pretty much total loss. But now it's mixed with the water, so it's just going to be oily and stuck all over you. You might as well just start
And
all
your-
over again.
Watch out for your jewelry; it might slip off. That happened to me. Your rings.
right. I'm gonna go to the boat's wash area and
That's just like your wedding
Is
rings
it
at the
a
bottom of the
wash
ocean.
area?
of course it has to have a wash area.
You're
What
robbing the
boat are we
dealer.
on?
Might be a quest.
There's a refrigerator.
As you round
Yeah.
As you round the eastern edge of the isle, new settlement appears in front of you. This one seeming much more recently occupied, Gary.
Perfect.
Several of the hovels here are still standing wooden boards. They appear to have been constructed atop the elven ruins, and they do not look elven in nature. Bard, you recognize these. These look like a human settlement.
Oh.
Head that direction.
There's also a small harbor. Into this harbor, Leviathan pulls the ship up near a slowly sinking dock.
Like it's wading in and out, or it's permanent.
Beginning to slip into the water. The pilings have broken away, and the boarded dock is kind of halfway floating in the water. It's stable enough for you to walk on right now. What could possibly go wrong?
Walk here, let's go, sure.
That Kraken's about 5 miles.
You've stopped sensing the Kraken, Bard. It's been a little while. Maybe it's gone now.
Maybe he's playing secret games.
Tell me if you're not using that power, but I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind that you still have that.
Okay.
For whatever reason you stop using it, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll probably stay in the crow's nest and cast it as.
Okay. Is everyone going ashore besides Bard? Or is Bard going ashore, or is...
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
not
I'm definitely
stepping
going
foot
ashore.
on the shore until I get clarification
Oh, it's too late. I'm
their
going.
terms for foot. I don't care if you go. I'm not risky.
Something's afoot.
Exactly. I'll send Renard.
Yeah, I'm going. For
Okay.
sure.
So Benab?
Yeah, I'm definitely going.
Now, if you poof, and while you're in the middle of your poofing, if I grab onto you, do I get to come with you?
We can give it a shot.
What would happen?
Die.
Like, as you're like... I don't know how you poof. As
This
you,
is just
like,
you, Poof, right? Because if an enemy has a hold of you,
Yeah, I think if I have objects in my mouth, it's John with.
Mhm.
I haven't like, tried to
Bite
press
him.
hold me in your mouth,
Yes.
Bard.
Oh God.
it. I'm going to.
put me in your mouth.
Where's
I'm
the
gonna-
sign?
Yeah.
PG-13.
Fuck.
That's the one for the night.
Well played.
No more.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, ruined it for the
Leviathan
rest of us.
asks if you want them to bring up the horses or if you'll just be going ashore on foot.
Does the path look like horses can
Well,
traverse it?
Not really, no.
Well, then no.
All right.
I love your logic there.
I hope you tell that to
Leave the
Leviathan.
horses for shark meat for
Not mine.
shark.
Okay. Everyone except for Melusine and Bard?
Yeah, no, I'll go with them.
Okay,
The sake of
everyone-
the party
Everyone
being together.
except for Melusine, who's still covered in sunscreen.
I have to
But
fix
hold off the
with
Krakens
my.
for us when they come. When we start defiling the temple and you're the only one on the boat, enjoy the Kraken.
Look, I have a dermatological issue happening right now that I need to take care of. I can't go exploring and
Well,
play
just because
peace in
you're
a
hungry
temple.
doesn't mean the rest of us have
What do they call this?
either.
This island?
Right.
The crack.
Kraken, that's
Right, the whole thing's the Kraken Isle, but are we calling this
The Running Man Island.
Yeah, right,
the
man.
specific part of the island?
The body.
The torso.
The body of the run.
No, the body's the big piece. We're not on
Oh,
the big
we're
piece.
on the
we're on the
head.
big piece.
On the head?
The big piece.
Or
No, we
You're
were-
on.
Towards the temple.
You're on
it says
this
upper,
island.
You got an upper
Big torso.
torso,
This
a
island.
lower torso.
Big-
They all have temples.
body.
Or is that just no? That's just a cloud. That's
Upper
not
body.
Okay.
Upper temple.
Down the side of the ship, after some of the orcs jump overboard and lash the ship to the pilings, it's stable enough now in this little cove that the wind and the sea are not chopping the ship. What did I miss?
Nothing. Stop.
We're reviewing
We're
anatomy.
adulting.
Oh my
We're
god.
reviewing human anatomy
Sorry.
and the parts of the body.
What do you expect on a succubus?
As you get off the ship onto the sinking dock, make it ashore. Here you can see that most of the landmass here is thick, wet sand.
Not quicksand, is
Huge
it?
piles of it have been have amassed around the large stones that seem to jut from the earth. It's almost as if the entire ground has had eruptions of sharp black stones that have shot up through it. And littered all over the scenery here are these large black slate-like boulders that across the ground.
Obsidian?
They're not obsidian. They're a sharper black. Not sharper black. Like a duller black. That's
Like stone or like
like stone.
gemstone?
No, like stone.
Okay.
Yeah, like slate black. Obsidian is brighter black.
like a volcanic rock.
Yeah.
I think obsidian is volcanic rock. This stuff would be more like granite.
Hey, I know a lot about granite.
So the path in front of you leads through a small human settlement. Any of you who have seen
Human settlement?
Yep, any of you who've seen human settlements before will recognize the architecture. Otherwise, it will appear completely unfamiliar to you.
I have no idea.
The ruins underneath the human settlement are elven. Obviously, elven stone buildings that have had wooden buildings built atop them. There are a few,
Chai chai or whatever. Is it chai chai?
Slightly darker black too.
Slightly darker black. The black.
Rain,
The black.
Less
Rain
black
is
black than black
rain
black.
is now hitting you guys perpetually. You're in a thick cloud cover. Mist covers the exterior of the town, and the upper parts of the mountain that you can see rising up above you just disappears into the dark clouds overhead. The sound of rolling thunder constant through the area. Who's going first into the town?
Me.
Orn.
Seriously?
I am the pincushion here.
And I'm the rogue.
Well, if you want to sneak off, I won't know that you snuck off.
Eve, looking down the cobbled boulevard in front of you, you can see that there are two still standing human buildings. One of them looks like it might have been a mill. The other one just looks like a house might have lived in.
Which way is this one?
The path just leads straight forward into the town. Okay. There's like
That's my
steep
strategic.
rocks to the left and the right, so you guys could climb those if you wanted to, but the path here is pretty
Why
straightforward.
would you waste time climbing? Just go straight into the track.
I agree.
into the...
Mainly, I was asking, like, into the town, once we got in, which way was he going, which building?
Oh, I was going to wait until I got closer to be able to ascertain my
So there-
surroundings.
Two buildings that you have to pass by before you go into town. Are you guys looking in either of those, or are you guys going to walk by them?
Oh, look.
I'll look into.
Okay. Look into the
I'll walk
mill.
slowly.
Look at the other one.
As you look into the mill, Gary, roll me an investigation check. I thought
I
you
said mill.
Okay, sorry. Roll me an investigation check, Eve. 4. Okay. You notice that the building appears to have been abandoned for some time here. There's little scraps of clothing that are littered around, and long ruined bits of grain that have gone bad now sit inside a large bowl that has a stone that was riding around in it.
That word is ruined.
What?
Ruined. Every time you say ruined, I think of ruined. So that word is now ruined.
Griffin.
Dewey Griffin?
Doing. He
Reference.
says. Doing.
Not my first time. So, other than that, it appears largely abandoned, but you can see that there is a downstairs to this mill.
I'll go downstairs.
Okay. Head downstairs, the entire appearance of the building changes. Where upstairs it appeared abandoned and long forgotten, the downstairs is well maintained and even clean. Series of neat little benches have been laid out in kind of a amphitheater, and a lectern sits against a wall. On that wall, the entire wall has been painted solid black, completely black.
Same black as the granite black?
No, black.
Blacker than
Just,
that black?
just dark
Blacker
as night.
black than black.
The lectern stands in front of this wall and faces out.
Talking about gloss black? Or...
It's like a little
A
podium
matte,
that you
is it matte or gloss?
smaller podium,
Or semi-gloss?
like a glossy,
Rust-Oleum?
inky black. Thank you.
Eric,
Expand my
black is
vocabulary.
black. Favorite color. So.
As you stare at the black wall and as you take in the room, the vague sense of someone or something watching you can't get it out of your mind.
I will punch.
Poke his eyes out.
Meanwhile, Gary.
That's
Roll-
gloss
Oh, we'll cut back to you. Gary, roll me an investigation check on this house that you're checking out.
19.
Okay.
Wow.
Gary, as you poke around this house, you notice that there looks to have been abandoned at least a few weeks ago. Doesn't seem to be anyone living here for some time. There's some rotted food, some of the cupboards, not a whole lot of it. Looks like their main diet here was fish, supplemented by some grain. One thing you do notice is that in one of the bedrooms, a small shrine has been constructed, built out of dead fish and seaweed, in a strangely spiral pattern, like the seaweed spiraling out, and the fish spiraling out, and the seaweed spiraling out, and the fish spiraling out, almost like a almost like a hurricane. Oddly,
We don't have a top
Gary, you
goal
notice
practical.
as you look at the spiral pattern, it's oddly reminiscent of the orc map of the Kraken Isles that you were handed the other day.
Aerial.
Yeah, perfect.
You notice one more thing about this room. Although there's a kitchen and a living space and looks to have been a functional home, notice there's no metal of any kind room in this house.
Magneto.
No metal.
Well, before Gary walks out, he's gonna make sure he pees on that shrine. He's gonna relieve himself. He's gonna relieve himself on the shrine, and he's gonna think, "Good work, first one down."
Oh, you too?
That's who you've been competing with.
This will be the first
Bart,
shrine down.
Bart's got some competition.
Yeah. As soon as I see that, I'm gonna
You're not
dribble
there.
all over the.
It's private. I'm in private.
I didn't want to split the argument with me.
Oh, well, I'm still on the boat, so
Well, you can be like, oh wait, okay,
no,
I'm bored.
no. I'm tanning.
All right, Eve. So
Then I'll join the group.
the longer you're in this room, the more certain you are that it's almost as if that black wall, like glass, and you feel certain that as you look into that wall, something else is looking at you. Something
Even-
else is sizing you up through
Even
this
with
wall.
dark vision, do I see nothing?
Solid black. The blackest black you've ever looked at. Okay?
Poke it. You gonna poke it?
I'll put my hand on it.
As you do, the entire wall flashes in a brilliant flash of blue.
Calm down.
You can see that an entire tentacle has been laid against this. You can see suckers all over the wall, and you see a pulsating eye staring right at you, and then it snaps completely black to black. This time, it's like a slate black. It doesn't have that presence anymore.
50 Shades of Black.
That's the episode name.
Episode name.
It's like a slate black now.
So I saw a tentacle and an eye looking at me, and now it's just solid now.
Now it's just solid. It's like stone.
Shrug and leave. Well, no, I'll look at the. Is there anything of interest on the lectern?
Nope, it's just a blank lectern. You can tell that someone was probably giving a presentation here or speaking from this lectern. And like I said, everything in this room is very well maintained and clean, like a well-kept shrine.
Now, from where I am, since this is a downstairs, so I'm guessing it's a basement of sorts.
Yep,
Do
it's
I
like-
hear? Can I hear the water? Or
Yeah.
Ocean.
Yeah, you can hear the rumble of thunder above. Still hear the sound of rain falling upstairs.
This is underground, so also underwater. Kind of a glass to look through, but apparently it's not for us, or at least not for me. Okay, well,
Okay.
back up.
So you
And I'll
head.
tell them what I see.
Is anyone doing anything else with these
Oh,
buildings here?
I'm gonna go rush down there when she told me that.
Gonna run smack into the wall.
I mean, there's nothing there now. It's solid.
Gary has to go
Apparently,
check it out.
something sealed it.
Gary, as you look down, as you head down into the cellar, and you see the same lectern, the same pews that have been set up here, benches that have been set up like pews, this downstairs auditorium, you can see that the wall appears a dark black slate wall, almost like a chalkboard.
Gary's gonna check. Feel around, bang around on things. Touch the lectern and check it out.
Aside from the fact that this wall appears very smooth and even, like a well-polished chalkboard, very, very even, like a pool table all the way across. There's nothing really unusual about it. It just looks like a stone wall.
Happening with.
Nope.
Excuse
A devil.
If you'd like, you may roll a.
I mumbled it under my breath. No one heard.
Stealth
Old
check.
men can't mumble.
Yeah.
They
old
think
men
they're
think they're
mumbling.
mumbling.
They think they're
You roll
mumbling.
either an
That's
investigation
ageist.
check or a knowledge arcana check.
It's true.
At 20.
Nat 20? Gary, as you lay your hands against this wall and as you begin to commune with it the way that you would a magical item, that's when you get the sensation coming from this wall that there is definitely some kind of magic emanating from this wall. Almost like a magical item here.
In
In the
your
wall.
face. Your old wrinkly face.
my life.
Okay, shoot. Alright.
Is that another poop thing? Are you gonna throw poop at me again?
Another poop joke.
Get so much done.
No.
I go up to Gary and pee on the wall.
There's
Before he
one.
does. Before he does.
No.
I'm following him around, like trying to overlap his territory perks.
He hasn't peed on it, though.
You know this is your
I
wall
didn't pee
now.
on this one.
Yeah, I know. I peed up there and I'm coming following you.
I don't have any left in the tank.
I always have a little bit of sugar.
Yeah, it's so true.
I only get a little tinkle trickle here and there when I
I
go
got reserves.
My prostate's really large. That's hard.
Whoa!
Have a hard time. Just
What is happening right now?
Maybe Warren can help me out with that.
Alright.
Warren can't help him out with that. Warren won't help him out with
Are we done with the stone wall
When
downstairs?
you bump a faucet and you accidentally turn it on.
Nope, nope, nope,
And you sit there for 10 minutes.
nope, nope. Are we going to stay downstairs? Can we move on? Okay. Eve. Eve. Eve, as you head back into the street, you notice that the path leads a little ways with no settlement before it reaches a fork in the road, one that heads north along the aisle and one that heads south along the aisle.
Okay.
You can see that the settlement largely to the north of your current position.
So on the map,
Just grab me a Snapple.
on the map, where would that be?
You're
Title of the episode.
You're roughly at this settlement here, about halfway up the aisle, and the path leads to the south and to the north.
Here you
Uh,
Jesus God, I thought you were gonna do it. Oh.
And we were heading west, right?
West.
West.
Just you see the cameras give
we're heading west. We've now reached a fork in the
Your
road.
compass goes in weird directions. Okay?
What compass?
He has
What compass? As I examine this map here, I note there is no compass.
It's a well-known fact that all
Almost
good
as if
compasses are like
someone was ridiculed so much about their attempt to correctly compass a map that they just left it off.
because you're
How
down
strange.
sideways.
So from what we saw on the map, where did we think the temple would?
I don't think it was ever marked. The orcs didn't know.
I didn't know.
Face south.
This is a terrible. This is why I stayed on the ship.
Only one,
Well,
only
head south.
someone's
Head
dad
south.
came there before.
All right.
That's all we knowledge we had.
All right.
Someone's dad.
While they're
60
going
years
peruse,
ago.
I'll stay
Right.
outside and I'm just watching around and all that stuff. So
Oh, I thought you were running
I
ahead.
didn't say run. Not at all did I say run.
I wasn't being literal bones.
Okay. As you head down the southern path, it turns sharply back and forth as it begins to climb up the mountains. These mountains appear very, very steep and very roughly hewn, as if these stones had shot out of the ground and haven't had enough time for the erosion to do its work on them. They're very, very solid stone, not as if they've been here for a long time.
And
The
y'all-
same
if
as
it's
that
o-
window.
If it's okay with y'all,
No,
I'll
no,
go ahead.
no, totally different texture.
I'll scout ahead.
How do you want to scout?
I'm just gonna fly up.
Okay, all right. You fly up
Or
in.
I'll hover and bounce from stone to stone up. I'll just fly up.
Okay.
No,
Roll.
I was thinking more Inuyasha.
It's hardcore parkour, guys. Come on.
No, anime, Inuyasha.
Eve, roll me a perception check with advantage as you make your way up I'll say you stay inside of the ground, so that's going to still give you advantage.
15.
15. Okay. After a short time reconnoitering your way, you note a large obelisk that is built at the peak of one of the southern mountains. This is definitely an elven obelisk. It has several of the hieroglyphics of the river elves carved on it. Strangely, around the base of it, a ring of marble stones has been built in a kind of a Stonehenge-like architecture around the base of the obelisk.
Okay.
You can also see that there's some kind of object in the middle of the area near the base of the obelisk. There also appears to be writings in the shrine. How close do you want to get to it to investigate? Okay. As you fly down towards the base of the obelisk, you can see that there appears to have been a shrine that has been built around the obelisk to a different faith. A humanoid form, a person that is half water and half man, rises out of the stone waves with a large trident in his hands, a billowing beard, bushy hair billowing behind him as he raises his trident over the swells of stone around him.
Now, in all my research of the Pantheon, I recognize this. Alexis, I know is Poseidon, but...
Roll me a knowledge history or knowledge religion, your choice.
Just straight from it. The description.
I would never... That's trident.
But it's
Well, I know it's the
a
same.
man that the top half is a man and the bottom half looks like water, and he's got bushy hair
14.
and a trident.
14.
Titan.
You recognize this as one of the human gods, one of the newer gods to arrive in the world, Poseidon.
Or Neptune.
And you recognize that this must be a human shrine. Behind, also, you can see that the area around him is bathed in seaweed. Strange spirals of seaweed emanate from his statue and arc around it. You can see that there are dead fish that have been laid out all on the floor in spiral patterns around the shrine. And in the very center of the shrine, set right before the obelisk, is a marble altar. On that altar, see there is a large, very crudely fashioned cauldron that sits on top of the marble altar. The marble altar, the marble altar is stained black. A great fire has burned around it. Only bits of ash that lie around it.
Kind of
This is
black
more
as
like
this
an
one.
ashy black, like a fire burnt black,
Yes,
opposed to
like a slate black or a glossy black,
yeah.
Or a black glossy
or a black black,
Gotcha.
or a midnight black.
What about the glossy black?
Blackest black.
Be like a glossary
Can somebody
of
open that for me?
gloss
The back
blacks.
end black.
Oh, you need a man to do your
I put
job?
lotion on. Fake. Bad habit of doing that before I.
I gotcha.
All right.
So I didn't land. I've hovered just over all this, just everything, but I didn't want to touch anything, disturb it. Is there anything else of note?
Nope.
Okay, I will fly back and let them know what I found.
Okay.
Is it a temple?
You're still
Are you
climbing the
in-
steep stone path. Leads up towards that when it turns.
Hiding sack.
Oh. Okay.
Or Cyclops.
Make sure to speak up loud.
Are we in the Odyssey? I feel like we're kind of...
Well, looks like we gotta go up there and defile whatever's up there. Come on. Let's get to it. Lure out one of these monsters. Right?
I don't know how to do that. We just like
walk up and
disturb the Stonehenge thing? Why don't you come back and tell us everything?
Yes,
Is that here?
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know how to... You just...
move stuff around, pee on it, and
so peeing on it didn't work.
those are little humans.
What were you looking for?
I thought we peed on the altar, right?
It was like a little human-made offering thing.
Little
Well,
house
this
altar.
is
Probably like a little
human.
thing. Well, this one's like a big.
I mean, this is for the humans to worship.
Yeah, this one looks like a legit.
Is there a gong?
A gong, but there was a cauldron.
There are human gods there.
Yes, this is for Poseidon.
Does
I mean,
anyone know how
I would
to?
know.
You would know
Yeah.
what Poseidon
I'm
is.
not gonna mess with human
Would
gods. A
Bernard
little too
know
superstitious for that.
how to awaken human?
Benab is there. I keep
Yeah,
forgetting.
he's just silently
I'm
just
sorry,
taking it
I
in.
didn't-
You're not. Oh wait, he's
Bernard is.
She's
Okay.
role playing Benab. So
You gotta use your man voice.
okay.
Oh!
So
Wait, but not human.
Yeah,
Dun, dun, dun.
kind of.
Beast.
It's a weast.
Benab would probably. He was raised in the Elven lands. I'm not gonna know why he would know what the gods are. Was he ever
Yeah, that's kind of what I was leaning,
a illegal religion and
as it should be.
so Benab,
Well, see,
it's
that
not
comes
really
out.
going to be a thing he's going to be brought up with. I don't know. Did Benab look into it on his own?
Probably didn't.
Yeah.
He's got a, he wants to.
But you're playing Bernard right
This
now,
is
so it's
what
like
I know.
an eye, right?
I'm saying you probably heard of it, but you probably don't know very much about it.
Water's
Doesn't
not
do anything.
necessarily my
You gotta
friend.
use a man voice.
That and they're fallen pantheons, so there's not really much
Very
point in
good.
studying them. They're kind of in refuge.
He's a eunuch,
Ne-
so I
exactly.
don't have
Of
to
refugees.
use a man voice. Oh god.
Lovely falsetto.
Oh, I'm Bernard. Hello.
I didn't know Mickey Mouse was playing.
But I was
Hi,
talking
Bernard.
about
Hi,
Mickey
guys.
Mouse.
Oh.
I'm ready to help fight.
Let's roll some dice.
I can't wait to protect Melusine.
But can you do that in a French accent?
Okay. Bonjour. Have a good night.
A short time later,
Can he sound like Ratatouille?
I've never seen
how are you
Ratatouille.
going to do
You what?
Ratatouille doesn't
seen
sound. He
Ratatouille.
sounds like. That's not.
No, this is how
He sounds like
Ratatouille
Grey
Street shows
Worm.
out.
Yeah.
He should just sound like Grey Worm.
No.
But they're-
Ask the
Yeah.
audience.
I don't think Grey Worm was
Does
intentionally
Bernard
trying
sound
to.
like this?
Like he's a eunuch.
A short time later,
Mickey and
you
Arm.
all arrive at the base. The top
Homie.
of the mountain, at the base of the obelisk, has had a shrine, circular shrine constructed around it. Secrets of the universe unlocked here.
Mickey La Souris. Mickey Mouse in French.
So, you're at the base of this obelisk. At the base of this obelisk, and you can see the cauldron, which appears to be very roughly fashioned. You all look at it, you see that it looks to have been almost welded from several smaller pieces of metal.
Is it heavy?
Very large cauldron.
Shut up. Knew exactly where you were going with that. Shut up.
Anyone stepping forward to investigate the shrine?
Yes.
What? Yep.
Ooh,
I guess.
Orn. All right, as you walk forward, you notice that the shrine is kind of draped in dried seaweed that spirals all around it, consistent circular patterns. There is also, as you walk into the shrine, little spirals of dead fish that have been laid out on the ground.
I'll be careful not to disturb the fish. And
How dead are the fish?
I have, of course, all respect for Bernard.
They've been here. They've been here for a few weeks, so they've stopped smelling very bad. Now they're just rotting.
Smells bad.
Well, it's kind of like dry rot.
I mean, it doesn't smell awful. Like I'm gonna just right now.
Most
You ever been-
You gotta think too. There's also a lot of ocean water and all that.
a lot of salt in the air.
Salt in the
It
air.
also
Okay.
came from a orc ship.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Everything in here
It
smells
smells
amazing by
great.
comparison.
Yeah, fair. So I'll walk in.
Okay, the cauldron is dead in front of you on a marble altar, which has been charred black as if a great fire burned around it. And beyond the cauldron, beyond the altar in front of you, rises the elven obelisk, in the very center of this shrine. You walked past the statue
Does it
beside
look like anyone's been here recently?
No.
No evidence of
Nope.
anyone being in here?
Nope.
Based off what I see, can I put together like some kind of process that they went through in here for their ceremonies? Like, is it possible for me to put like 2 and 2 together?
Is it?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Roll me an investigate check.
Oh, how large is the statue?
About double life size. So probably about 10 feet high,
Okay.
solid marble. And the lower half of it is just rolling waves, so it's bigger than a person would be because it's big enough to like take up like a swell of water.
11.
11. Looks as though there was an altar that went with the statue to Poseidon, but the cauldron seems to be a rather recent addition to the setup here. Doesn't look like it was part of the original shrine.
All right, I'm gonna go investigate the altar
Okay?
because we're trying to get Poseidon to like show his face or something, right?
Oh, we
We're
just
trying
want
to
to
get a
defile
god.
the
We're
temple.
trying to get a Kraken.
Which,
Let's light this cauldron up.
from my understanding, Poseidon and the Kraken are kind of like buddies or something, right?
Maybe it's Melusine. I mean,
I'm gonna.
She don't know nothing about the human god
Looks like I
Poseidon.
want to kind
There's
of
a giant elven statue here.
over the cauldron
Okay.
and look inside.
All right.
I probably know.
The base of this cauldron, lying in a pile, is a heap of human bones. Small pile of them, well polished and clean, but broken, as if the marrow was removed from and then tossed back into the cauldron.
No.
Can't see inside of it.
It's up in the cauldron,
We can't get in it.
and you can poof into it if you'd like
Yep.
to.
Hold on. Hey,
Is there
that's
any ash?
metagaming. How do you know what's in there?
Fair.
You can smell bones.
With the
Is
fish?
there any ash indicate burning, or is it just the?
No, it's very. The inside of the cauldron is very clean. You can also see that the cauldron was so poorly built that the metal didn't really fuse solidly around it. So there are a number of small holes where the water could have leaked out over time. So if this was used for cooking, it would have needed constant refilling while it was boiling.
Only thing I can think of doing right now is just going up. What I want to do is fly up to Poseidon's face.
Okay.
Kind of like maybe dust it off a little bit and just.
Okay.
What happened to you, brothers and? As far as
Are you rolling a god call?
no,
Okay.
I was just inquiring, but kind of trying to show respect and.
There's no reply, but you know from what you know about gods and temples, you know that you've done a service. Small one.
Ariel shout out to the gods. I don't know. God call.
Okay. Roll me a god call.
What's that sound like?
You're calling to the god
Yeah.
Poseidon?
Like, how does
Yeah,
Gary
It
go?
seems like it's his temple, right?
Call to the god. How do you do it?
Curious about how Gary does
Yeah.
prayers.
I'm not gonna pray. He's gonna
You
like
need
call him
the.
out.
Do it.
You need that, and you need.
You can improve or
This world
harm your chances if you make an effective call.
I can.
I'm tired of these.
So if you make a verbal call
Oh,
that's good, you can improve your odds of
God's
getting
on a plane.
the god's attention.
Poseidon!
I hate you so much.
tell me how to get one of these
Episode
giant Kraken monsters.
Okay.
The show itself.
Roll your god call.
59.
59.
Close.
The sound of the surf below, sound of the rain falling around you, the distant rumble of thunder are the only replies.
Oh, he spoke to me. think we gotta do something in this temple.
I'm glad he clarified that for you.
But he blew the wind from that direction.
I think that was just you.
Maybe.
Looking around, does anything seem out of place or?
The cauldron seems out of place atop the altar, and the human temple seems out of place built around this obelisk here.
Benar wants to look at the cauldron and determine Elvish.
The knob.
Beanab is even without even without really investigating this, Beanab is certain that this is not an elvish cauldron. This appears to have been made by very, very crude metalsmiths who basically just melted down whatever metal they had on hand and then cobbled it together in the rough shape of a cauldron.
They're not even foul.
No.
Like,
This is
We can use
very,
that
very low
cauldron.
level of engineering.
okay.
So there's probably like 50 shades of.
I would say that there's probably
Can I open
a
it up?
dozen or more shades of copper
Oh, okay.
in this cauldron.
50 shades of copper.
Yeah, as if
There's 30 shades of copper, 50
all-
shades of black.
all different forms of metal that could have been used were used, and what you got was called color of brown rising out of it.
Color.
Whatever the most
Wow.
plentiful
Kind of
color.
Brownie brown?
Okay, so any of you who said they were investigating? You said you were investigating the rest of the shrine, right, Eve? Okay, so
And I
roll
was-
me an investigation check on the rest of the shrine.
More than that.
It was
Okay.
almost a 16, but I got a 6.
As you look at the obelisk, you can see that a stone that was used to build the obelisk is definitely different from the stone that the mountain is made out of, and that the human shrine is made out of. Like a sandstone, like what you would have seen back at the elven cities on the mainland.
Paranoid when you have giant stone things. I'm used to Zoltar crystals.
The one thing that does stand
Pazar.
out about this obelisk is the word Pazar.
Huzzah!
P-A-Z-A-R, Pazar. References the Temple of Pazar, the priests of Pazar, prayers for the city of Pazar.
Stole my joke.
Do I
And,
recognize?
yep, you as an archaeologist and a heavy studier of the Riverlands recognize the name Pazar as the name of an elvish city which was rumored to have sunk into the sea many, many, many years ago.
What else does it say about
It's a variety of prayers, statements of good fortune.
And these are elven hieroglyphs.
Yes.
He said the temple is built around it. Is it like an enclosed temple?
Yep, the marble, sort of a Stonehenge that has been built up around the obelisk at its center now encloses the obelisk. They've sort of took the obelisk that was from an elven temple, from an elven shrine, and repurposed it as the centerpiece of their shrine.
Is there an opening around the top of it?
Yeah,
Okay, I want to fly up and
up to the top of it.
I've been in
Yes.
my face that you fly.
It's you reach the very point of the obelisk. The cloud cover is very, very thick up here, and there's also the sound of thunder and lightning, the flash of lightning and the sound of thunder.
from up here, do I notice anything about the temple, like the outside layer, or any in the distance, or that cloud's just that thick? If out up?
Can't really see into the distance. One thing that you notice about the landscape is that consistent sort of slate, sort of dark slate tone that covers the whole island. And then there are those strangely darker, flat slate stones that litter all around the mountain, jutting oddly. Okay.
Oh, guys, I don't know what we're supposed to do. We haven't encountered anyone.
I'm gonna kick the altar.
Okay.
Come out. Beat us.
I hate you.
What is this?
Midnight.
All the different kinds of blacks.
Oh. Is there 50 of them?
Oh my god.
No. On this
Stop
one.
with the 50 shades.
Ugh. You're kicking the shrine, Orin.
Yeah. Oh, I'm kicking it.
All right. It's a solid block of
But
marble.
it's also a god call at the same time.
You want to make a god call?
Yeah.
To whom?
Poseidon.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
Roll
I thought you
on.
said you weren't gonna mess with humans.
I didn't say that.
Oh wait, no, that was you.
Yeah, I have no qualms.
So you're.
I didn't think you believed in gods.
Oh, I do. Trying to find my
13 shades.
83.
83.
83.
Wow.
Well, 100 is bad.
Oh,
No, it's
yeah.
not.
Did we agree to switch it this time?
No.
Switch
Um,
it every time.
That's the rule. Every game switches.
All of you see the sea around the island foam briefly. See the surf rise, waves crash more harshly on the shoreline.
Whose froth was that?
Not a vampire.
You hear Orn, distant rumble from the from far, far away.
I'll walk outside.
Shrine.
Yeah, just to meet him.
That's it. That's it. That's all that happens.
You? Are you really that scared? Really?
Them out.
Just come talk to us, man. Man to man, or God to man. God to dragonborn thing.
Eve, and I'm trying to remember who's religious. And you should all be at some level religious.
Dude, what about me, man?
You don't talk.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah,
Almost
go ahead and roll
heaven,
a
so-
knowledge religion and roll a knowledge religion, please.
No, I was playing as Manny.
Oh,
Is he there?
he should.
Right
Yeah,
over
yeah.
your head.
Thork is there. So yeah.
Yeah, dude, like, I'm gonna check this out, dude. I rolled a 16.
Okay.
21.
Was that you, Bard, that rolled 16?
No,
No,
Thor.
Manny.
Okay, Thork. All right. So
Right.
Whoever he is.
the two of you are convinced that this shrine has been defiled. The seaweed and the fish don't look as though they were part of this shrine. The spiral patterns don't appear anywhere on the altar. They don't appear anywhere on the stones. They look as though they've been added afterwards. And then there's that whole wall and the creepy spiral patterns that you saw down in the town.
In any of my studies, would I know what swirl patterns meant? Culture, religion.
Just a signal, sign, some sort of symbol.
Do you guys relay
So,
this
You,
information?
you don't have enough information to determine what it means, but
That's Thor. He's like, well, like, maybe, like, these, like, Kraken guys, like, came in here and, like, put all their, like, swirly stuff. We just need to clean it up.
I'll start cleaning up.
okay. After
Not a way to clean the temple.
Well, I'm not good at cleaning, so
Oh, shut up and pick up.
How big
Dark
is
Eye
the
is much better at cleaning than I am.
That was sexist.
big enough to
Susan, clean my house.
I'm saying, like, is it too big for me to move on my own?
probably too big for one person to move, but with 2 or 3 of you, you could rock it off the altar.
Orn, help me move the cauldron.
All right.
Bard, I'm gonna be prestige.
Well, for me to help you.
Okay.
Negative
Trying to
3.
soil the area.
You can't even clean. You expect
Banab will help.
Okay.
Eve move the
With
cauldron, too.
Banab, Eve,
to pick up a fish.
as you rock
sound is
the
for not
cauldron
making me
off
mix it up.
of the altar, it crashes to the stone,
Next.
smashes into the ground, and you see it bend and break in a number of places, cracking
trying
the
to
metal.
break it, I just
It's
wanted
so
to pick it up.
poorly made, the metal just doesn't hold together from that about 4-foot fall off the altar.
I
I
spit
just
on it.
wanted us to lift it and carry it out. I didn't want to knock it over and break it.
Bad call.
I would say it was too heavy for all 3 of you to lift.
I rolled a nat 20 on my strength check.
Okay, well, you got it out.
You got your piece out.
I'm holding one piece that's broken off
Your
everything.
piece is
If
gone.
it's gotta be broken, fine. We'll clean it
Now
up.
that it's broken, you can squeeze it through the stones and get it out of the shrine.
And I'll take the bones.
Okay.
And
You should bury them.
that's what I was playing. Try and find a place.
As
Do they look
bombs
human?
like fall out and burn.
They do. They definitely look human. They definitely all look human.
I'll
cannibal.
do probably whatever human rights I know.
human.
Okay.
I'll give them their proper.
She has a large mass of human bones that you can tell Eve is trying to perform last rites over.
I fly away with them. I'm not trusting them near the dog.
Locate plants and animals. I'll locate her.
I'm not.
You animal.
So, as the last of the scraps are cleared from the shrine, the tide begins to foam and froth down on the coastline. Far away, but you can hear the waves crashing harsher and more intensely against the coastline. You hear the roll of the waves.
Starting to
Real quick.
regret.
Real quick,
Yeah,
when
you
I
like
fly
totally
back
pissed them
into the
off.
temple, I want to use my
I'm
wings
starting to be concerned
to
about
blow
that.
air and dust the statue off further.
Okay.
Try and clear everything as much as I can.
As you do, the entire shrine becomes a little bit brighter, then a little bit more brighter. The stones begin to almost shine white marble as you polish them. And a voice fills the chamber. You all hear in your mind, even those of you who are outside the shrine. Ah, at last, I can return my people's shrine. Thank you.
What have we done?
Thank you, strangers. Even though your blood is different from that of my people, I thank you. Bless you with my boon. Your ships may sail my seas, my protection.
Thank you.
Does anyone else hear any voices in their head again?
Hey,
Obviously.
Can you help us with finding a Kraken? Bring one to us?
A Kraken.
Yeah. Help us with
Powerful creatures have defiled my shrine. Yes, I can aid you with a
we wanna kill
Kraken.
one.
Yes. Yes. Draw them out who have done well when defiling this shrine. Their name. They will see it as defilement. Their worshippers are near. If you can defile the other shrine on this isle, the one that is to the north, their real temple, slay the priest that reigns there. That will draw them out. If you can draw them away from the central isle, there my power assist you.
At this bigger one. In the
We all heard that, right?
All of you
Yes,
heard
we
it.
all heard it.
Every single one of you heard it. Because you all work together.
Yeah, the Krakens are living in the middle.
Their power is
I
strong.
wonder if-
The seas are mine to command, but not the waters around the central isle. My power does not extend there. Should you slay their priest and defile their temple, send an emissary out, then power that I have over the sea,
Destiny.
I shall join with you. Together, will help you slay the Kraken.
Don't you have like something?
Yes, someone was playing with my shrine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 8:30. We're going to go ahead and take our 15-minute break here. We'll be back here at 8:45. Thank you for joining us tonight. Atop the mountain, as the seas foam and froth below, you can see that the clouds are a little bit clearer. The cloud cover and mist is a little bit less dense. The shrine is now clean once more.
Well, looks like we'll have a god on our side when we kill these Krakens. Didn't need it, but it's kind of nice to have.
Oh boy.
That's some confidence you're speaking of. God, please stop. I'm gonna have nightmares of this Benar going.
Well, who's up for a fight?
Oh,
Who wants to go kill these priests?
maybe we should go back to the boats and get another scene.
Is it on the way? Is she on the way? Maybe the flying girl
Well,
can
you
go
can get
pick
on the
her
boat
up.
and then the boat can go around the island to the other
Name
temple
of the
and then we can
episode.
desecrate it.
Benar, the boy wonder.
I'm a
Yeah.
real boy.
We can have our winged party member go pick her up for you.
That's been that.
Yep.
He is a girl.
Let's kill some priests. I'm down with
Come on, let's
this.
go kill priests. Come on.
Priest hunter.
What do you all say? Ivan, let's go. Those are
Is
not.
Leviathan
He's on the ship.
So
No.
No, we were only the party went?
Yeah.
Yes.
Minus
Oh.
me.
we're gonna go fill Melusine in, and then
Yeah, we're gonna
kill
go
some
grab
stuff.
Melusine and.
All right, so you guys are at
Let's
the
go get it. Let's go
bottom.
get the orcs, yes.
You guys are at the bottom of the. You guys are at the bottom of this island here, and you've just cleared this shrine, and now you're heading back to the human settlement on the east side of the
Yeah, then we're
island.
going to that other shrine up north, right?
Yep.
To
The
the
black one?
the black,
The black
The
shrine.
glossy black one?
It's
Sort of a crumbling black.
crumbling black?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you're playing into
We'll
this
head back to the ship.
It's better just to give in.
I mean,
rather than
Yeah. So when you tell people,
Never give in, never back down.
We
No,
just
but-
got rickrolled.
No, I'm
You head back
recording
down-
Black Bill Brides.
you head back down the mountain. I need everyone to roll a perception check.
Nat 4.
How we smell?
wow.
You can do it as a smell.
Sweet.
God bless America.
That's funny.
11. Nat 11.
4.
4.
Wow.
Not 4.
Bard, as you head your
11's 2 4s
as you
and-
head down the mountain behind the rest of your party, you can see they're looking around. None of them seem alarmed. You catch out of the corner of your eye movement. As you look, you just see a black slate stone, one of those same black slate stones that juts out of the earth. You head a little bit further down the mountain, you catch it again. Another black slate stone.
Say that 5 times fast.
Are they like disappearing, or is just they're there? We just didn't notice them on the way up.
They're there.
Like there's
And
someone
then- and
watching.
you realize-
sounds.
You realize these stones are in different positions than they were when you came up the hill.
I run over to the stone.
Even on 11s, we could. Oh.
The dog ran away.
They're perfectly
No, we
camouflaged.
chase after him. Because he gets in trouble if he's off on his
Here,
own.
boy.
I'm going to fly up.
All right, so Bard scampers across the rocky surface, the steep stone wall of these mountains, over to
You
one of
run,
these
like, into
large,
the rock.
flat plate stones. You smell it, Bard, as you look at it.
The abyss looks back.
Something odd about this rock.
I knows it.
Feels hard.
I
That's what
boop
she
it.
said.
And it doesn't like hear or anything.
Nope, it's still there. Tastes salty, like a little bit like salt water, brine.
Yeah.
Actually, a dog would probably like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all there.
It's like a never-ending Dorito.
As the rest of you are approaching, you can see that Bard is licking a flat piece of stone that juts out of the ground a little bit unevenly. It's about we'll say it's about 6 feet across. Looks roughly oval in shape, but it's very rough stone, and it kind of like juts out of the ground unevenly.
Come here, boy. Let's go to the ship.
Does it have, like, natural structure to it, or does it feel unnatural?
As you look at it, it looks like a broken piece of rock.
Gary's gonna pull out his maul and take a swing at it.
Okay.
I need to roll to hit it.
No, it's not moving.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, we have a serious question from chat. I think you need to answer.
But I have to roll to hit.
Find out.
You
Roll.
just made someone very
What's your
happy.
damage?
Do I need to roll damage?
You didn't even get paid.
There's not even any peanut butter here.
Salt is better.
Oh. Door just blew open.
Uh-oh, the ghost.
Slow open the door.
14 damage.
14. As you swing your maul down into the stone cracks with a wet sound as it.
you were hearing the doors close.
No, okay. The stone kind of has this depression in it, and you can see kind of a ripple fracture break all across it. And with a wet, sucking sound, you hear a sound as the stone rises up, and you see twin claws distend from underneath it.
I attack it.
A larger than humanoid-sized crab rises up over you. Two mandibles, two claws, two large claws, and you can see that it's sort of the top of its carapace has been bashed in by the maul. Two little eyes pop out, staring right at Gary.
What'd you do?
You released the crab, blasted one of the rocks, and then that happened.
It's gonna attack.
Oh, it has initiative.
Release the crab cakes.
Surprise attack.
I'm giving it surprise.
Okay.
All right, one's a mod 20, the other one is a 12.
The crusty crab.
One of them
The
hits.
crusty
Okay.
crab pizza.
I was thinking
Is
it's Tomatoa.
the pizza. You and me.
Is he shining?
Gary. Gary, you take 10 points of piercing damage,
10 points.
and you are grappled by a claw.
Gary's gonna yell for Dark help.
Okay?
No.
Time for initiative. Roll 'em.
Who do you want to roll?
Orange, can you roll?
Oh, he already rolled that. Look at that face.
You win.
I didn't have to roll that.
Why? Why? Just why?
Well, they give it, you charge it on a 1.
Can I call for Tom Bombadil?
I will call for the bobbing sagat.
We got crabs.
No.
Should not be waking.
You just licked you licked a crab. God knows what's gonna happen to you now.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
you were looking up.
You definitely got crabs.
You were.
All right.
Have crabs.
Little micro crabs on the rock.
Like little ants.
Charged.
They're your children. Their heads
It's gonna
crab
be
like
on
dog.
Gulliver's Island with crabs. It's Gulliver, right?
Gilligan.
No, it's not Gilligan.
Gulliver?
Gilligan's Island?
No,
No,
the
Gulliver's
giant
Travels.
that gets tied down by the
Oh,
end.
yeah.
I think it's Gulliver's.
Gulliver's
Gulliver's
Travels
Travels.
and then Gilligan's Island are two separate things. One's
So
a
Gulliver's
classic
Island.
story.
This is
So you're
Gulliver's
missing
Island.
out Gilligan.
No, Gulliver's Travels is
Gilligan.
when
Gilligan's
Shut up.
journey was how he got to the island.
Gilligan.
He's trying to get
Dun,
the
dun,
horns.
dun,
Gulliver's
dun,
Island. At Gilligan's Island.
Gulliver. No, it's Gilligan's Travels and Gulliver's Island.
We're very well educated.
What happened?
We're educated because we live in the South or the North. You know,
educated because I read
It
your
depends
fucking
on-
books.
we're everywhere. Because it depends on where you're at on the planet.
Andy, did you forget your crabs?
Yes, I did. What? No, not crabs. Got.
Forget crab.
Did you make that?
There's a on.
Did I make it? No, I did not make it.
At what point does he have time to do something like that?
Right.
The journey to the center of Gulliver's Island. Gulliver's
Okay.
He just
So-
went out in the backyard and got some rocks.
Gary,
and glued them
you're
together.
front
Yeah,
center.
took Tara out and then dug that up.
Yeah, nah, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna have a fight without.
I don't know what to
Melusine.
do without protecting Melusine.
Protect me.
Pretend you have some balls and fight for yourself.
Yeah.
I don't even remember them.
Do you ever get like phantom itches?
Yes.
Or phantom, like
Sometimes
when
I
you get
just
scared.
I
do you
just
ever
scratch
feel like
just to
a
feel
phantom
normal.
Suck in?
Ooh, yeah, the little retraction. It retracts.
feels that.
Okay, that is what we're looking
Journey
at
to the
for this
center of
round.
Gulliver's Island. I like that.
I'm writing down a
Title.
list.
Did you put that as the title?
20,000 feet
Look
into
at
the
the
journey of Gulliver's
He's a
Island.
golden crab.
I'm gonna run out of room.
I still like
You
it.
have a whole notebook.
Oh, yeah, no, right.
I'm gonna
What
run
crab?
out of room.
What?
Don't ruin the crab.
I'm not ruining the crab. I'm drawing in the steep drop
We gotta preserve our crabs.
There's a lot of crabs back on the menu, boys.
Yes! Slow down. I only have so much time.
We're gonna come back to the
Orange.
ship and dinner.
It's your initiative, sir.
How many titles are we allowed to give this?
Eve, you're on deck.
How good is black
Ooh.
glossy crab?
Without even thinking, I'm gonna dive
Uber,
bomb.
can we Uber eat some red lobster over here?
Yeah, let's get some crabs.
You're paying.
Joe's Crab Shack.
Hammerhands is paying.
There is no more
Hammerhead.
No! Yay!
I don't think that's what he meant.
Sponsoring the
Yeah, that's
group
exactly
dinner.
what he meant. He said, "What's this guy gonna buy you dinner?"
Alright. Without even thinking, because that's usually how I roll, I'm gonna just dive bomb this crab with my weapons and just attack it.
Okay. What weapons do you have? What weapons are you attacking it with?
I have.
I don't even know what weapons I have.
Excuse me.
Inhale.
That's the
Because
sound
I
of crab
don't
made.
use because the only thing that I got was that large double-handed weapon. I don't stuff like that.
Okay. Well, what weapon are you using?
My normal long sword and short sword, my
Okay.
katana and the kopesh.
All right.
Use garlic butter.
Yes.
That's the best weapon against crab.
19 to hit.
Quick, get your garlic butter ready.
19 and a 15. Did it hit?
The healing
A
god.
19 and a 15. Yes, they both hit, sir.
Awesome. Wow.
We deal non-lethal damage
Why would you want to?
No, I'm definitely doing
so
lethal.
that we can lower it into a boiling pot of water.
This
But
is
it's
getting
still
really
alive.
sadistic.
Well, too bad we broke the cauldron. It could have fit
I
into the
really
cauldron.
Oh,
Oh.
wait. Wasn't supposed
You were
to-
trying
I didn't know we were having crab
Melisine can do
boil.
fire stuff, so go grab her.
17 damage.
I cast Cone of Steam.
17 damage.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm
What's the
behind on
14
my
from earlier?
20,000 feet of what?
Don't forget that 14.
Oh,
No one
20,000
is
feet
suggesting
into the
names.
journey to the center of Gullivan's Island.
Okay.
many people just rolled
Suggesting
over the
names,
bridge.
Devin. Why do you keep writing?
Jules
You
Verne
didn't
did a
forget
couple.
Gary's damage.
Jules Verne came alive and then killed himself again.
No, Gulliver's
No, I didn't-
50 Shades of Black Isle.
And yours was the bludgeoning damage too. Yep. So that and
It's
that.
still smelling.
Eve, your initiative,
Smells
ma'am.
good.
I have no idea what I could do. Thing.
Shoot it.
Is there any soft meat exposed?
No, ma'am.
Not yet.
Its head is smashed in a little bit, and you can see some wet ichor pouring out from between the smashed plate up there.
I'm gonna aim with my bow and missed.
Okay, Gary.
9 would
I'm
hit.
grappled, right?
Yes, sir.
Does that mean I can I like
You can attack it while you're grappled. You have disadvantage while you attack it if you attack it while you're grappled, but you can attack it.
what would I do then? Can I break free of grapple?
Yeah, you
Is that the action then?
Yes, sir.
But I can't break free and then smack it?
You use
You
you
can
use your
bonus action to do something.
You have a bonus action. You can use that.
Go ahead and break free of it. If I can, or what do I need to roll for that?
That would be either
Strength check or dex. Yeah, strength or dex.
strength or dex.
Like dex is like you're wiggling yourself out. Strength, you're just like.
You can have dark eye.
powering
Hold on. You can have dark eye assist you, which would give you advantage on this check. But that's all she
I
does.
screamed for
Okay,
her last
but
round.
then she doesn't get an attack. She just assists you trying to break your grapple, and you get advantage on your escape. 12?
What's her?
Nope.
Wait, I don't get her advantage, or her
No,
strength?
it's
No, you just get your strength.
I use my modifiers.
Right, did
right?
you use your
strength
dex?
or
You could have
your
used your
dex?
dex.
I did that. I don't.
Okay. All right. He maintains his grasp on you.
Oh, aren't you?
You're unable to break free. Mel, your initiative, ma'am.
I just attacked him.
You mean Benab?
Yeah, now.
What just happened?
No, I don't. I'm gonna go for a back leg of the crab
That was scary.
with a long sword.
Okay.
That was scary. was scared.
17 to hit.
I assumed you flew for your bow.
I'm saying out of reach of its claws.
It's cool.
Was that a yes?
They're in one of its claws.
17 to hit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that's gonna be 5 strength to. Am I strength to damage?
It's
Or
to
straight damage?
It's to
I do. Okay, so then that would be 6.
6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I pull it out?
As you strike him, you realize that the blow did not even break through his carapace. Bard.
A crab leg.
3 guesses. The first 2 don't count.
Thunderwave!
Of course.
I want to send it into the rocks.
Okay.
I'm held in its claws.
Yes, it'll probably let go. He's gonna
Or snap you in half.
Hey,
Crabs definitely don't have lock claw.
Constitution saving throw. They're probably fairly stout.
21.
So as a bonus action, I guess he still takes
I think he takes half damage.
yeah, 2d8 thunder damage.
That.
Yeah, half damage.
Okay.
So it'll be like
Okay. You lightly jostle his innards, and you see his eyes kind of goggling a little bit. But aside from that, he seems unfazed.
as a bonus action, I'd like to cast Mantle of Inspiration of my Bardic Inspiration points, and that gives Orn, Ogieri, Benad, and Dark Eye. They all have 5 temporary hit points.
Oh,
And you guys can take a movement.
Okay.
well, I'm in a.
There is that. All right. On its turn, the crab chitters. You hear a clacking sound coming from its mouth, and from around the area, you see several shapes rise up off the stone. The black shapes that you saw on the way up here, you realize were in fact other larger than human-sized crabs.
Great.
Good, more dinner. It's a crab. We're definitely having a crab cook-off.
Coming from here, coming from here.
The terrain is sandy or more rocky?
You're at steep rocks. My markers all died, so
Should host a funeral.
yeah, we're just gonna play with this here because. What? Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me. Okay, and this one's gonna attack Thoric. Here. Natural 20 on Thoric. The other one's gonna be a 19.
Ow.
So Thoric takes 30 points of piercing damage.
God, I
Yeah.
have no idea what his stats.
I think.
I'm sure he's down.
No. So actually, the 19, if I remember correctly, doesn't even hit him. So he only takes 20 because he has an armor of 20
Lord.
because of the shield and everything that he's got on. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what his hit points
I
are.
think his AC is 20. So
Because mine.
Thoric, I'm crediting you 20. So he takes 20 points of damage. Make a note of that on here. And the other one is going to attack Orn.
You gave me a
Found a lot of
Bardic
the.
Inspiration. It's a D6.
Oh no, you have
What's
5
the
hit
crown?
points.
5
5 temporary.
Another natural 20
On who?
on Orn. So Orn, you will take 20 points of piercing damage from the crab. Crabby crab.
At least you're not grappled.
And the one that is grappling Gary is going to attack Gary with one of its pincers, which it has advantage on.
Disadvantage?
With advantage. It's grappled.
Oh, because it's grappled.
Man, Hammerman's.
I rolled 2 16s,
that's
so I'm guessing
Kill the players.
a 24 is going to hit
Lucy will
you.
be the only one to survive.
10 points of piercing damage, Gary. The other one's going to attack Dark Eye, who is aiding you. And another natural 20!
How is there another one? There's
This
only
is
2.
not
There's 3.
possible.
You got
What the
3.
flying crab?
The laws have been rebalanced.
Where's the other crab?
It's in your
His
imagination.
other arm attacked
What
Dark
the
Eye.
crap?
How?
So I rolled
So
advantage
crab
against
attack
you,
2.
which was one of his attacks, and then his other
Arms.
attack went on to Dark Eye.
He gets
Rabbit
2
feet.
pincer with 1 arm, so he has 4 attacks. The crab has 4?
He attacked you
He's delicious.
once. That was 2 dice, which I rolled with because I rolled with advantage.
Yeah.
All right, and then the other one was just 1 die on Dark Eye. That was natural 20.
He would let me go then. So he let me go.
No, he has 2 claws. He's only got grappled with 1 claw.
She grappled in one and he's got the.
So each claw has 2 attacks.
Each claw has 1 attack.
How do I get hit and Dark Eye get hit?
Because he
You're
has you grappled, and all he has to do is just squeeze the pincer and attack you.
So his already
Just
grappled
violent.
pincer is hitting me.
Correct.
Yes.
That was the 16.
But how would he miss that?
Well, he technically, I guess it's like
How would you ever
you
miss
can
it?
envision it as him as you being able to like resist him. If you have someone grappled,
You're
you
like
don't
trying to push
automatically
the
get to
claw,
just keep
and
hitting
he's
them.
like,
They get a
So
chance
you can hold someone
and just keep
hit them with the exact same hands you're holding them with.
correct.
Like, I've grabbed you and I'm gonna try to squeeze you, but you are fighting
Well, I
me.
feel like if I grabbed you and I wanted to punch you now, I kind of gotta let you go to punch.
You wouldn't punch, you would
You
just,
just squeeze.
squeeze.
It's
Like,
time for another
I'm gonna
initiative
strangle
roll.
the air out of you.
Mel.
What? Email
Who am
Yeah.
I?
bar.
I don't know.
15.
No, it's email.
Email.
17. Yes. Okay, so Bard, you're on deck.
Die from crabs.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a very small mud crab encounter, and I just rolled 20s.
I thought this was curable.
Yeah.
Ah.
And they have a crab.
Okay.
You know we
So
can run
this
away.
guy's gonna trundle around sideways to where he can get at Bard and Orn. One pincer's gonna go on onto Orn. That's a
This thing has,
26. So another 10
50
points of
health.
damage. Bard. Sorry, another 10, not 26 points of damage. Another
No?
10.
You said 10.
Bard, does a 12 hit you?
No.
I can dream. This guy's going to trundle around to where he can hit Benab. 1 die. Nope, that's a 10. Not going to hit. 1 on Thork. It's nearly a natural 20. So close to being 1, but no.
I would quit.
This is Thork again.
I'll have a walkout.
We will
How
stay
many miss
in the
Laura if you rolled a 19?
Be humming
You hit him.
the national anthem as we walk out.
No, I rolled
The
a
Canadian national anthem.
I rolled an 8.
Oh.
Yeah, so that his with his armor, I know it's not going to hit him. All right, so this one's going on you, Gary, and he has advantage again. Yes, it did. I rolled a 17.
Yep.
Going first.
That's a mod 20, so it'll be another 10 points of damage on Gary,
Killed us. I'm sorry.
and then another one on Dark Eye.
I got a 15.
And that's going to hit Dark Eye. Dark Eye takes 10 points of damage.
You and Dark Eye now.
Bernard runs away.
This is all the good luck that I should have had with my much cooler monsters, and instead I'm getting it with...
Well, it's kind of like when you design really easy puzzles for
Crab
us
folk.
and we just can't get it.
All right, Bard, your initiative. Mel, you're on deck.
I'm going to poof up on top of that rock.
Okay. Need a poof check, please.
Poof check.
Is that the new noise?
Poof.
It's a faint chime.
And since it's bonus action, I am going to. I am going to cast Vicious Mockery at the crab.
Don't they have to understand the language?
Unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments, so it's magical, at a creature. Target can't hear you. Can crabs hear?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a legit question.
And then they have to make a wisdom saving throw. There's no way they can pass
They
this.
they all have to make a save, or is it just one of
What
them?
kind of insults would you be hurling at crabs?
I think it's at a creature.
pinchers
So you're targeting the blue one, the peach one, or the green one?
Yeah, the
If you
blue
didn't
one
have
was
that
the one I
hard
was trying
shell,
to
you'd be
hurt
nothing but
earlier.
soft meat.
He got it's a wisdom save. He got an 11.
Oh, he fails.
Okay.
He's gonna take
And that's
psychic
that's
damage.
high for a crab. 3.
Psychic
3.
damage.
Well, it
loses
does.
a turn, doesn't
You
it?
you see his little eyes that are on the little antennas. His,
He loses
He
his
also has
self-esteem.
disadvantage next turn.
okay, his little eyes go
Wait, wow.
I knew it.
like, faintly press inward. Yeah.
There's our insult. There's our vicious
Yes.
mockery.
All
Your
right.
mother smells of sea slugs, and your father was a mullet.
Bard was a
Father was a no, I said
Accurate.
that, right? Or did you say farther?
Good insult.
Your farther.
Your father was a mother.
Calm down, Devin.
No, you're the one that needs to freaking calm down.
No, I
With
don't.
your freaking-
This is my moment. My moment of triumph approaches.
You
Mel, your
lost it.
initiative.
Someone touch the die. Touch it.
Here. No.
No one can.
I'm gonna crawl underneath the
I
table.
want Bernard
can.
to try
You can't
to
hide.
stab under the crab into his belly.
Called shot. Okay.
And he,
Disadvantage.
no, he doesn't make it.
Bother
This
me.
is all white.
11.
Sorry.
This is very white.
No, ma'am. An
Yeah.
11 does not.
He thinks about it and decides that, you know what, he's going to pretend that Mel is here and he's going to stand over here and protect
Something.
nothing. Just
He finds a rock that looks like Mel.
Okay, Gary, your initiative.
Alright, Gary's
I
gonna
mean,
go ahead.
it's not effective in battle as if you were
We're
here.
I'm gonna cast. Just trying to remember the name of this stupid. I think I'm gonna get
Magic
the.
missile?
No, I'm casting it, the armor, the ice.
Akalos?
The armor where I have
I got it. I know. Yeah.
the ice around me.
Isn't it the armor of...
Yeah,
It's
I
the
got
armor.
it.
the cold-hearted armor.
Hold. You know, there's actually in.
Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
You
I'll
were
go
right.
ahead and cast
Close.
that on
What did you
myself.
call it?
I said Akalos, I think.
You did.
All right.
I'm gonna
Done.
have to roll for that. And now Dark Eye's gonna blast this guy. Alright, so she got a 19 and a 6.
The 19 will hit.
That is 9 damage. Flashing.
Does she cut the pincer off that's holding him?
You would have to call it.
9 damage.
Huh.
He takes the damage, but you sense that he's somehow taking less damage than he should from a normal blow like from Dark Eye. Eve.
I'll shoot again.
The one that's injured?
Yes.
Okay.
We didn't get a long rest or anything like that from the last fight.
Sure you did.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're all good to go.
This
Okay.
an 8.
No, man, that does not hit. Orn, your initiative, sir.
All right, so I'm going to use Fighter Spirit 1 and give myself advantage. It's a bonus action, and I'm going to get 5 HP. Hold on. I took a total of points. First time I got hit was 20 damage, right?
Yes, sir.
And a 10, then 10 damage.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. That it. So I'm going to get 5 HP back. And
I think I
then-
forgot to do Thoric's action on his turn. So, Thoric can do Healing Hand, and I'm going to say he probably would do that on Gary, because Gary, at that point, was the one that had been the most injured. But then you got injured. So,
Isn't
Gary...
he still in the pincer?
And I'm still.
But he can do Healing Word,
Oh.
which
and
is
distance.
D8 D plus D4 because he's got the Ankh now. So you're going to be up 7 points of health, Gary.
He says word.
Word. Healing word.
So much better.
All right. So I'm going to get advantage on this attack because of my fighter spirit.
Sure.
18 on the die plus 6.
Yes, sir.
My second attack is going to be 19 on the die plus 6.
Yes, sir. All day, every day.
6 plus 5 is 11. Plus 8. So 20.
19?
How did I get 20?
11 plus 8 is
Yeah,
19.
19.
Okay.
Math.
Okay. Again, you sense that he's not taking as much damage as he should be taking from these blows.
This is
You
what
feel
I
like it's
have.
the thick carapace that you're cutting through that isn't quite cutting as well as it should. And it's time for another initiative roll. Eve, will you roll with me? I have a 9.
I got 15.
Finally.
Initiative to you.
Back to me again.
Orn. Eve, you're on deck.
All right, so I'm going to actually attempt to slide under it and gut it from underneath.
Okay. This is a cold shot, so you have disadvantage.
I'm going to cast Fire Spirit 2, so I'm going to get advantage on it, so therefore I'll just roll a regular attack.
One of those a bonus action?
Fire Spirit is a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah, on a bonus action on your turn.
It's not a spell, it's like an ability.
Yeah.
Okay, all
It's
right.
my fighter ability as a samurai.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna get this regular attack on. Rolling the 2 dice as well. 15 to hit.
Yes, sure it does.
And
15
then
does
17
it.
on the die, so both will hit. $13 damage.
It rears up over you, and you sense that you've done more damage than you would have in striking it than you have done striking anywhere else. The underside seems very, very susceptible to harm as the soft meat gives way, and some of it just comes loose and splashes onto the ground underneath it.
And I was sliding to the back side of it.
All
So
right.
it doesn't know where I'm at.
That did some serious damage, you can tell. Eve,
Oh yeah, that thing had disadvantage too.
it hasn't attacked yet.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I'll listen to you. Sadly, for the first time in this
So-
combat,
Has it reared up or anything?
it kind of it did rear up.
Okay, I'm gonna aim
Attack
soft
the
meat.
lower side. Which one are we on?
All right, so you're gonna need to drop down to the low to ground level.
That's fine.
Okay.
Got it. 14 to hit.
No, ma'am. 14 does not hit. The arrow bounces off the carapace, which is thick and hard to get around. Gary, still grappled, dark eye next to you. Sense that the strength is waning in the large
We have our days.
claw
We're
that
not
holds
going
you.
to disadvantage club at it. 7.
No, sir. 7 does not hit.
Alright, Dark Eye's going to take a swing at it now.
Yeah, you're-
Was this the one reared up? Or
Yes,
no?
this is the one. This is the one that reared up. The one that's
So
holding
since she's
you.
right there, can
Yeah,
she
she-
not
She can attack underneath
use a
it.
normal slice that doesn't take
No,
resistance?
it's you still have to do disadvantage.
Alright, so she's gonna. She rolled a mod 20 and a 17.
Yeah,
Wow.
that hits.
Both of them? 17
You got to roll with
Yeah.
disadvantage, but that
So
so
dark
that,
eye's hitting.
yes, that she's got to roll with disadvantage, even though she's hitting the underside of it.
Oh.
Because it's called shot.
Right.
Okay, so do I need
So
to
that-
roll 4 d20s?
Just roll again because that's one hit. So
Okay,
just roll
so
again.
next one's missed.
Okay, so she hits once. What's her damage?
9.
9. Dark Eye digs her long glaive into the crab, and as it squirms and squeals faintly, she rips it through the top of it,
Nice.
splitting the carapace apart, and the
Nice.
crab claw releases you, Gary.
Quick, get the meat! On to the next ones!
I love where your priorities are lying. We were dying over here. And
Gary's gonna do is try to chop off
Both
the claw.
both the crab claws are fine. Both the massive crab claws are just fine.
Gary wants that claw.
We need to
Am I
mount
free?
him to the bow of the ship.
Okay, that's
Am I
Mel's
free now, or am I
Benav's
still stuck?
initiative.
He is going to go to the next closest one to him and try to stab. See if he does anything.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
give you some of Thor's butter.
That's going to be 8 damage.
Okay.
I want crab meat.
What's Benav's hitting it with a sword, right?
Yeah.
Again, it's you're doing harm, but it's not like you're doing a ton of harm to it. Got it. Bard.
I am going to cast Fairy Fire on the remaining crabs.
Okay.
They will need to do a dex save.
What color is?
It's going to be violet or purple.
Okay. Dex saves
Dex
for the two of them.
save. The number of the beat is 14.
I'm really not good at that. Oh, one of them made it.
Got it.
Is it purple?
There's
Yes.
only 2 left, right?
This one or this one?
I don't like that green one. Alright, and then
Got a hula hoop.
as a bonus action, I am going to cast Mantle of Inspiration again, giving 5 more temporary hit points to Burn, 5 temporary hit points back to Barry, and Benab, and Thor.
And don't forget Thoric's round.
Everybody can move
Of
now
action.
if they
Even
want.
though I got crabs
It's the end of the round, so I'll do Thuric first. He's gonna heal Orin with the healing word thing again.
How much?
I got them.
10 points of healing to Orin. And
And you said with your thing we can move again?
Yeah, and you get a bonus.
The
move.
Kraken that I just attacked.
Crab.
The
Sorry,
Kraken.
the crab that I just
Kraken.
the Kraken.
Though I appreciate your focus.
The Kraken that I just attacked, is that the one that just went down from? Were we fighting the same one?
Yes,
Okay, I'm gonna go and run up to the next one.
you're right. He's engaged with you.
I turn around.
You turn around and he's staring right at you with twin pincers, and they're both coming for you. Actually, he's gonna shuffle a little bit. Does he have disadvantage, or did the blue one have disadvantage? Because we killed the blue one.
No, the purple. Oh, they have advantage on attack stuff.
Right. All right. So one attack's going for Orn. That one does not hit. One attack's going for Ben-Ab. That one does not hit.
There's the Andy we know.
Lady,
There he is.
Lady averages back in the house. Another one on Ben-Ab.
You know, all I'm picturing right now is Zoidberg.
Does a
from
15 hit Ben-Ab?
Futurama.
Okay. Ben-Ab's going to take another 10 points of piercing
How
damage.
the turntables
How the tables turn.
has tables.
How the tables have turned.
No, it's how the
Nothing
turn
on
has
Dark
tables.
Eye. All right.
Uncle Scott.
So, the two crabs snap their claws towards Orn and Ben-Ab. Ben-Ab gets winged, but aside from that, it's rather uneventful. Let's do Gary. Will you roll initiative with me, sir?
Yep.
A 2.
I have a 4.
Wow.
Let's go. Thought you were gonna get down for sure.
Bard!
Did you have
Ninja 4.
substituting there for the first part of this battle?
Who touched the die? Did somebody touch the die?
All right, I'm gonna
No one
go
has touched it.
cast Vicious Mockery at the other crab that doesn't have Fairy Fire on it.
Okay.
The pale one.
Okay.
About to eat.
So he's going to make a save. So wisdom save.
Yes.
That's a 16.
Very wise crab.
Yeah. you see his little eyes as they turn towards you, and they like stare. They like move a little bit closer as they look at you.
I start cheering. All right, I'm gonna cast a Bardic Inspiration to Orn. You now have a D6 for your next ever.
Mel, Ben-Ab, excuse me.
Thanks. I give you a little.
He's gonna just try to do something.
Do so.
What?
The whole paw.
18 to hit.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can't. I just have a.
Well, technically, dogs do have like
10
5.
damage.
10 damage.
Isolate.
It's a good hit. It's a good solid hit. You feel. This is on the green crab, right?
That's dog, you just go.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
We're supposed to.
He did have advantage with that one, but it doesn't matter. You did damage.
Yeah, please.
Gary, your initiative. Eve, you're on deck.
Gary's going to this purple crab. Yeah, he's gonna
It's a good title. The
swing his maul at it.
Let's climb on top of this one. Actually, I'll take him off.
Does a mod 20
Spelled
hit?
with a
Yes,
K.
sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Crafty.
Weird.
Crafty crustaceans.
That's our Etsy shop.
There you go.
Oh, my wife.
Oh, what? Your wife.
My wife.
His wife.
14 again?
Had to bring in the blue waffle.
14 to hit?
Yeah.
No,
No,
sir.
14 damage.
Oh, 14 damage. All
I
right.
already hit him with
So,
a mod 20.
as you all watch as Gary slams the maul down into the crab, you see that this maul just obliterates the carapace with the blunt force trauma that it delivers. You sense that it does more damage than it probably should have.
That was with advantage, right?
I did. Thankfully, because I rolled a
Eve, your initiative,
There's
man.
only one left.
There's 2 left. There's
It
the.
didn't kill it. It just
Oh,
damaged the
the shell
So
on the
did
outside.
that expose more soft?
It's exposed, but you could shoot for that if you want to.
Still a called shot.
Still gonna be a cold shot.
a disadvantage
You're aiming for the size of a maul imprint.
of a
I don't
maul.
know why you like this one. You.
Did you roll with advantage?
Disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is this? But that's the one that
Yeah,
has the.
that's the one that has fairy fire.
So
So it's just
18.
18. You got a hit. All right.
What about that one now?
What's your damage?
With the
11
exposed,
points of damage.
With the exposed flesh, are they taking like double damage?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep,
gotcha.
if you hit the exposed flesh, it is
We
exposed.
don't know
It's
that.
double damage. All right.
We know
So.
So that I
There's
did
your
not
damage.
reward for doing a call shot.
Yes.
All right. That crab squeals faintly through its clacking mandibles, and you can see that it is distinctly a winker. Orn, your initiative, sir.
Well, the one that's like, as I turn around, it's
Right
kinda
next to you.
looking at me.
Yep.
Squealing.
The one that's squealing, and they got just got hit with a maul. Then an arrow went through the hole that it got hit with a maul. It's having a bad day.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna wink, and then I'm gonna attack it. And
Okay.
I'm going for flesh.
Wink at it.
And you get advantage.
But I'm going for flesh. So
you're going for the cold shot?
Yeah, I'm going for cold shot.
All right.
But I'm also using my bardic inspiration to add to my main attack,
Okay.
Yeah.
which I freaking needed it.
Ting tingling, ting ting ting.
Do not start that shit this early. I swear I'm gonna be pissed if my job
15
starts
to hit
playing
on
Christmas music immediately after
15 to
Halloween.
hit on
Yes,
my
sir.
second
Yep.
attack.
Yep.
Poor things.
The other one for main.
My
I
main
swear I'm
was
turning your
a
music system off if
11.
November
Nope,
1st.
okay.
or not Christmas music.
8 damage.
Okay. So that damage. It takes that damage, and again, you can see that you kind of dug into the meat deeply.
Yeah.
Time for another initiative roll.
Seafood.
You and I have already rolled, right, Bard? Nope, Bard.
Isn't it the crab's turn now?
I did lose initiative. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
can
So
take a turn.
thank you.
What about Thoric?
Thoric is going to do his.
You knew it too, didn't you?
Oh, sorry.
You dog. All right. Thoric's going to do his healing word on Orn because he thinks Orn is more injured than Gary right now. So that's going to
Gary's not
be
injured.
I'm actually looking pretty good.
another 10 points of damage.
Okay, I'll
10
take it.
points of healing for you.
Almost.
10 points of damage?
Yes.
This is a horrible
He's going to
plan.
do. He does wound on Orn.
He'll do his blood.
I look really good.
Necromancer.
Okay. This one's going to attack
The late cleric.
Dark Eye and then Bernard. Dark Eye gets hit for another 10 points of piercing damage.
Attack Gary.
And it can only attack either Thoric, who's honestly tougher than it is.
I'm yelling at all of these crabs, by the way.
Okay, well then he's going to attack you with both of his pincers.
Come
Winner,
at me.
winner, chicken dinner. All right, one's a natural 20, so that'll be 20 points of piercing damage. The other one is a 24 to hit, so that'll be another 10 points of piercing damage. 30 in total. Let me just represent that right here.
I'm right back to after the first attack.
Yep, he's got your attention. You've got his attention. And with that, it's time for another
He has
initiative
my
roll.
attention too.
13.
17.
You big.
And since you have his undivided attention, one's going to be a 21. So 10 points of piercing damage. The other one will be a 17.
French clown.
Just shy.
I was standing like this after I got healed, like,
Yes!
Wait, why the flag? Without saying something there. There is.
Bernard! Does a 15 hit Bernard?
At 15?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Bernard takes another 10 points of piercing damage.
He's out.
Okay. Does a mod 20? A mod 20 hits Dark Eye. She takes another 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh no, she's out too.
2 NPCs go down. Thoric's like, oh no! I was gonna say Sacre Bleu, but that's not his. Not the way he.
Bring the orcs with us?
No.
are we stupid?
Yes. Yes.
And with that, it is time. Oh, it is Thoric's initiative. So
What's our turn?
he's.
No more initiative. It's our turn.
Did I do Thoric first?
You beat him with
Did I do
initiative.
Thoric's initiative?
Oh, no.
Yeah. So Thoric is going to do healing hands on Bernard because Bernard's at greater risk.
I am literally.
Bernard is down. So that's going to be 13 points of healing to Bernard.
Yay.
You're still up. The
I'm
other
up.
2 are down.
Okay, that is actually very bad battlefield triage, by the way. And I know this as a corpsman,
Former corp.
former corpsman. That's a horrible battlefield triage.
Thork's like, that's the way we do it for the dwarves,
The
man.
dwarves are stupid.
Oh man.
No more healing garlic butter for you.
Alright, I'm gonna look at that wise crab, the spectral one over there.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to cast animal friendship on him.
Oh.
Okay.
We don't,
Okay.
Maybe
we're
all
gonna
right.
have a crowd
Please
of
describe
people
animal
follow
friendship.
us.
Alright, yeah. This spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range.
This dead
They must see and hear you. The beast's intelligence is 4 or higher. Spell fails. I assume a crab has pretty low intelligence.
This spell fails.
Mother.
Wait, is this the one that
They're smart
did the
crabs.
wisdom?
They've been hiding and moving on us.
Smart crabs.
PD.
The little eyes, the little eyes move closer together.
Lies. This crab is having knee problems.
Bard's having problems with crabs.
This crab is hard to get rid of. It's just hanging on.
Anything you want to do with a bonus action, Bard? For movement?
I can't cast another. I am going to.
Leap onto its back.
I guess I'm going to use my
Piss
last.
on it. Get on its back and pee all over it. In its eyes.
Yes.
I'm going to use my last mantle of inspiration and give Orn more temporary hit points.
Woo.
Dark Eye some temporary hit points. Will that bring him back up? Can
What?
you get?
How many temporary hit points?
Can you get up on 5 temporary hit points?
Can you get up and can she get up on 5 temporary hit points? What's she at?
That's 0.
Oh,
Once you drop below 0, you're just at 0.
okay. Well, then 5 temporary hit points would put her up.
Right. And then who else needs health? Who else is hurt?
The one
Who
making
else
the
is
rules, not
bleeding
me.
pretty bad right now?
And I may find out
I
I'm
think
wrong.
I'm bleeding enough for like 3 of us, so.
All right. I guess Odieri and Benad will get 5 hit points. And if you want to move, move because it's a bonus action.
That's
Reaction
right. It's free
now.
free movement.
I'm not
movement,
moving.
I'm not
You're
moving.
so
I'm
stubborn.
going to finish this crab.
Yeah, now.
Right back into it.
So does he get up?
Yeah, he gets up. He thinks about not getting up. And he's gonna attack. They both still
They're both still up.
down.
One of the crabs is really hurt.
I'm attacking the purple one.
Okay, you got advantage on him.
Ten.
Okay.
All right, let's just.
Benham's a little weak. He was just sucking sand.
on up.
So, Gary,
What's wrong with you? Come
you're on
on.
deck.
Yeah, I'm definitely hitting.
Sounds like a Dwight line
25.
then.
Yes, the 25 will hit. The damage?
So close to getting there, but 7, 15.
You obliterate the carapace of this crab and completely preserve all 10 of its limbs.
Nice.
It is.
DED dead.
Oh my.
One left.
Gotta get
Yes.
Make sure we get
Eve.
these fresh crab legs back to your leg is
Through initiative.
This one's not even wounded.
Nope.
I got it.
Who is it
The
facing?
distinct presence of intelligence in his little eyes take in
This
the
one
scene.
gained awareness while fighting us.
Yeah, Dark Eye will spin around standing up.
Don't kill the wise crab.
The great crab awakening.
Who has its attention?
Thork and Bard.
Bard's been talking
Really like
to me.
looking at Bard.
That's the
Okay,
next thing
I
I'm gonna
want
do.
to
They've been talking crap.
fly up
Not yet.
and
next.
land heel first into its back.
Okay.
Superman landing.
I got some
Strong
there.
as Carapace.
Well, I just want to get on its back and piss it off enough to where it's rearing up and exposing its underside.
Okay.
That's
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, so I want to I don't want to hurt myself in the process, but I just
wanna
want
get
to
its
fly
attention.
onto its back.
All right.
An intimidation check?
Yeah, roll either an intimidation or a acrobatics.
Like a bucking crab.
You got a plus.
I got a plus 5
Yeah.
to
Crab
that.
rider.
Oh, this one doesn't have the advantage.
Raging crab.
Wait, did you get a bardic inspiration or anything?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I might use one of my inspiration dice.
Atlas
What-
Crab Club.
I've got 5 inspiration dice. I don't remember.
Holy
what they were.
smokes! They're all D6 unless you mark them
D6,
otherwise.
Okay.
Ooh.
19.
19.
Nice.
So the crab begins rearing up over it, trying to raise its arms, and it can't. It's like snapping its pincers at you,
At that
and it
moment,
can't quite
I
get you.
attack.
All right.
I'm diving into it like
Orange slide.
chop suey.
Ding, 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 ding,
Towards the
ding,
underside, I
ding,
take it,
ding,
right?
ding, ding,
No, I'm going for the carapace.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All yours.
Now, do I need to roll a
yeah,
specific attack, or because it's so exposed, it's kind of just
You
an
need to
attack?
roll with disadvantage unless there's another reason. Wait, no. Why am I saying that? Yes. Just roll a normal attack. She's making it easy. Good teamwork.
16 on the die for 1.
Yes, that will hit.
Physically whispering. Trap.
10 damage. And then I'm going to cast action
Sounds
surge.
like a Nazi curse.
Action.
Basically.
Action
That's
surge.
kind of difficult to
Let
say.
you.
Action splurge.
I basically get a restart or a redo on my attack action.
Roll them.
Miss.
Okay. So
Freaking waste.
on Thoric's initiative, he's going. Seeing how badly injured Orn is at close range, he's going to forgo healing Dark Eye and focus on Orn.
Dark Eye,
As a tip.
let
Okay.
you skip her turn.
You can see that she's awake, so he's going to heal Orn instead, and Orn's going to get 9 points of healing
Feeling a little
to
better.
him. And the crab is going to. You hear as it takes the blows from Orn. It does to its little mandibles, and it quickly begins scuttling sideways out of the way.
Back.
Yep, it's scuttling over the sheer drop off here.
Attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity.
So it's attack opportunity from Bernard, Orn, Eve, and Thoric.
Nat 20.
We all take it.
Hit some. Hold on. Do something.
You get one attack of opportunity. One attack of opportunity, Orn. All right.
Take the high end.
And so Thoric hits the crap out of it.
I will take an Eldritch Blast of Opportunity.
I don't know what I'll do with it, but I'll take my rapier out
For
and.
control, I roll a 1. Kidding.
Nope.
Really?
He needs to make a deck save.
That's a 10.
Yes, it fails. I am using Ice Breath. Maybe it'll slow its feet down.
Frozen crabs.
Wait, is that your attack?
I mean,
Okay.
this is the best we've
How
seen.
did you roll
It
your
was
attacks
fresh.
with your swords?
Frozen.
You can't do both.
You know.
Fresh sometimes.
I don't
fresh.
think you're gonna.
You can't do
Breath of
both.
Opportunity.
Breath of opportunity.
What's your attack? Okay.
My Eldritch Blast of Opportunity.
Did it go off? Okay.
Do I really get an Eldritch Blast of
Bernard
Opportunity?
accidentally takes out his baguette to hit
I don't
it
think you
instead
do. I
of
think you have to
sword.
use a weapon. Are you using your maul? You don't actually.
Yeah,
You're not right.
A sword, a scimitar, and a baguette.
Ban
and
out.
he grabs the baguette
Okay.
to attack and does nothing.
Well, I wonder
Well,
if
okay.
He's leaving my vocal range.
He scuttles, chittering at you over the side of the cliff, and
I'm going to just fly.
Well, at least we got 2 giant crab meats. Let's get these
Yeah,
back to the boat.
Bernard's gonna start carrying the edible crab.
We definitely want to get the edible crab.
okay. You are all up 20 crab legs, including
Jesus.
4 very large crab
down.
legs.
What about the crab meat in the middle, the cake part? Biggest
You guys
part.
pretty much obliterated the carapace on both of those crabs. I mean, you like pick
Yeah,
up
meat's under
the
the
chunks
carapace.
of wet meat from the center of
You
it
ever
if you
eaten
want to.
crab?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
I
kind of
only
like
eat the
oozy,
crabs.
that's why
right?
it's kind of crazy about crab.
Kind of oozy.
But that's the
Yeah,
best
it
part
is.
of it.
It
Like
is.
it's under.
Just
Yeah.
accept the 20 crab legs and let's move on.
You
crab
gotta steam
cake,
it
too.
first, and then it's soft.
Because with crab legs, enough is never enough.
What?
Gotta go feed all these orcs.
All right.
Getting any, they didn't help, so they're not getting any.
Yeah.
Oh, so you need some crab though.
Nope.
There's no way that we can hide it
How
from
many crab legs?
Yeah,
Or
from
appetite.
The knob will probably give some.
But make sure you eat it all yourself. Give any to him.
Yeah, I knew that would get her attention. Yep.
All right, so we're taking this back to the ship, and we're gonna take a long rest.
Let's get
Yeah.
away. We're gonna let that crab meat get away?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
They
Jumped
shoot
off the
smart
cliff.
words on good.
It's gonna go. It's gonna go
Oh,
involve somewhere.
is Hannibal in the water? Did
How
it go
far down
into
the
the
cliff?
water?
It didn't go into the water. It went over the edge of the mountain that you guys are on.
But
Well,
just
we can
hanging
always
there?
go back and get
It's
him
gonna be
later.
a monster that we're gonna run into later, and it's gonna be more evolved.
After
with the
we-
crab.
That's what always happens.
Wait.
with
Can I
us.
cast Speak with Animals to this guy, like over the edge of the cliff?
Like, what's
See you
going on?
later.
Sure.
I want to share.
As you look over the cliff, you can see his pale form as he scuttles down the nearly sheer side of the mountain.
Hello!
Are you Nigel now?
Oh, now!
What's the range on it?
Speaking with
Oh, okay.
I just have to see it.
Little eyes twitter towards you,
Creepy as hell.
and in a
So wise.
little
Oh my
a
God.
little
Let's
voice
listen to you.
that looks at you and goes, "Made a terrible mistake today. Terrible mistake. There will be retribution from the eight-legged monsters from the beneath. Return. Their shrines. Their shrines cannot be desecrated.
Call your own kind monster.
Not my kind. My kind have 10 legs, fool. Fool dog."
The eight-legged freaks. Gotcha.
Oh.
The little eyes like move
I
close
challenge
together.
you to a battle of wits. If I win, I eat you. If you win, you take kind. Or the eight-legged freaks, whichever you prefer.
Like stops on the side of the cliff.
Free meal if you beat me.
What's that dog barking at?
Now, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll still eat you.
Chicken? Crab?
What's a chicken to this guy?
It like hisses at you, and scuttles away down the hill, down the mountain,
Thunderwave!
out of range of
Oh,
Thunderwave.
damn it.
Is it more than 120 yards away?
Feet.
It is now.
I was gonna Eldritch blast him into eternity.
All right, let's forget about this guy because obviously he wants to save him for later for a greater revenge.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
roll
wise
counter.
crab.
Keep your eyes peeled for more of these.
While we're hunting
Depending on
the
who the
dragon,
priest is, it could be a crab.
a crab priest crab,
Right, but on the way back, make sure.
a priest,
A crabby
crab.
priest.
a priest, or a prad,
Holy crap.
crab. Holy crap!
You guys want to do anything more near the shrine before you head back down to the town?
On the way back down to the town, we should find more of these rocks and smack them and
No,
make more crab meat.
I'm about to die.
No, we need to go.
Literally.
But we're hungry.
We have plenty of food. You fat. fuck.
But we need it.
No, we don't.
You can never have enough
How are you
crab.
being the rational one right now?
Because when he's
I
irrational,
feel like certain
somebody
members
has
of
to
the
be
audience very much concur with Gary.
All the crab we can eat. It's a buffet up here.
We'll get more later. Can I please rest?
We did.
I guess. We should eat some of these crabs right now,
Crab
too.
crabs.
The hills
We
have
should
crabs.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one, Bard. That was good.
That was small scenes.
Oh,
it's
okay.
definitely
Delivery,
Bard.
you know.
It's definitely Bard. Bard said it out loud.
I said it out loud too, Bard.
Yeah, but it sounded better when Bard said it.
I said sure.
Do we eat some crab now?
No, you. I need the rated R sign.
There is a cauldron that's been bent out of.
I knew that was gonna hit me.
Yep.
You rated our side.
Ah.
Come to me.
There is a cauldron
You are.
Was it cauldron?
that's been bent out of shape up here on the mountain with you.
It's harder than this, I thought.
California rolls.
Oh, look, there's a perfectly good
Kind of
cooking
far.
tower.
They got seaweed
What?
on the others.
Okay, you've got a ship that has crates full of rice. You've got a shrine and a village
seaweed.
that's covered in seaweed.
We send an orc out
Beach
there.
is covered in seaweed.
That's right.
Let's do
And
it.
you got 20 crab legs, 20 giant crab legs.
Let's just boil them, get some butter and
Hey,
some garlic.
I'm a
and we're good.
dragonborn. We probably know how to make this stuff, right?
Thoric has butter too.
That's our healing butter.
Butter. I did some healing, so I will definitely dip into that healing water.
Let's use this cauldron and
Slather him up
It's
with water.
busted.
We'll have to put it back
So
together.
as you're discussing things at the top of the hill here,
As we're going down the hill.
are you actually going down the hill?
Moving
All
downward.
right.
While we're hunting,
I need to know who's in front.
me.
Orin,
I'm
please make a
always-
perception check.
Oh
stupid.
no!
oh crabs. Look, hit it.
Lobsters this time.
I don't see shite.
This seems perfectly normal to you. The trail seems just fine. Bard,
Happy joy.
roll me a perception check based off of scent.
Advantage with perception based off of
Oh.
sense. Not much better. However, that is a that was an 8 with perception being a 6. That's 14.
The path smells distinctly different as you head back down towards the settlement. It smells as if something that was here on your way up is now gone.
Our dignity.
A scent is gone.
Yeah.
You're not a Nora, so no. As you
So
arrive,
ascent isn't here.
That was
here
here.
during our ascent.
correct.
But okay, gotcha.
But now during your descent,
Decent.
the scent is gone.
50 Shades of Scent.
Oh my
Smell
god,
it.
shut up!
The
That's
The
descent.
scent has absconded.
Ah.
With the same crab scent.
As you arrive back in the settlement below, abandoned human settlement at the base of the mountain,
Makes no sense.
all of you realize the large slate black stones that you noticed before are
Glossy.
gone.
Oh.
Yeah, we pissed them
Oh, the
This
crabs
is,
are gone.
this is not the glossy black, right? The glossy gloss?
Oh
Was it
my
the same
God.
crab one?
This is the black flag.
Oh, this is black black. Black black.
And this is the look I am forever giving him. This is the look I was giving him all the way here.
What did I do? I was just asking about what shade of black this was.
You feel like Zeus with the thunderbolts are just
Yes.
Wait, the crabs, you mean? They're gone.
Giant crab.
large slate
migration.
granite textured rocks that covered the settlement are now gone.
The ones that we hit on the way down.
Well, yes, one of them that you did hit did resemble a crab. The texture of its skin changed, and it appeared to be a brightly colored large crab. Very
Let's
large
hurry
crab.
up.
So, where are you guys going? There's a path that heads to the north part of the town.
No, we're going
And there's
to the
that
ship.
boring
To the
path
ship.
that goes back to the ship.
To the ship.
Ship life for
Oh,
life.
we gotta go eat these crab legs. Take a break.
Yes, on the ship.
Rest.
A rest.
On the
Because if
boat.
not, we're going to be ruined.
Can we start a fire on the boat?
Ruined.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, just remember,
Or we can set up camp on the beach.
while we're eating crab and resting, the crab are training.
That's true.
While we're hunting the Kraken, crab are training.
As you approach the ship, you can see that there appears to be a lot of activity on the deck of the ship.
Did they see the
Never
blocks
seen doing
moving?
up there.
And as you walk down the pier, you can see that the orcs are hurling large carcasses of crab off of the ship, and they're like butchering the legs off of them, like tossing them aside. There appear to be the pieces of severed orcs floating in the surf.
Did we eat those?
Occasionally, you'll see a shark.
Okay.
Surfers will just take one of them beneath the waves.
Roll over, never had it.
Bride's shark is riding her shark around the surf. Got a long pole arm, and she's like probing the depths. Seems to be looking for something.
Yummy crab.
You can see that. What kind of magic would Melusine use besides magic missile?
Crunnies?
But there's definitely no seen
She
anything.
would. She could do. Hey, I've got Ray of Frost. I got Firebolt. On one.
Firebolt's a lot of fun on a
Flaming
wooden ship.
sphere.
Yeah. For wooden ships,
Thunder Wave. Probably she just put Mage Armor on herself and Shield on herself and Expeditious Retreat to
Couldn't
go
you use that
hide.
instead of?
I want a little tan.
the
Okay.
ship
I just don't want
has
the
been
cancer.
attacked. The orcs appear to have fought the crabs off handily.
And now I'm sipping white wine as they prepare my crab dinner.
Sure. The orcs largely ignore you, Melusine. As the rest of you make your way up to the ship, the orcs
Really
welcome you aboard. They explain that the ship recently came under attack, and you realize that the timing would have been around the same time that you guys were under attack on the mountain.
Oh, perfect. You guys got dinner too? You don't have to share. Been worried about that.
That's the way
Because we have less berries to fill here too.
Good one.
I know the
May your
wizards did
souls
nothing up
rest
there.
in peace.
I did something.
Oh.
I stayed out of the way. Listen, Mr. Saying that.
Well, Bernard
When I
missed
come
a
back.
lot. He came and he swung his sword and he missed.
I
Swing
mean,
and a miss.
really, his job isn't fight. It's just personal secretary. He's had some fight.
He was quite good.
I shall reward him with an
With
extra
some crab
portion of food.
Double the crab legs.
I'll allow him to have butter with his crab
All,
legs.
all of you can take a long rest. All of you can take a long rest. As the ship is docked here, the orcs post a guard. They load all the ballista. Wait, your ship didn't have any ballista. They load the cannon and prepare a ready watch on the shoreline. Of course, the ship is floating in the ocean, so they have to take what chances they can. But all of you gain a long watch. Did you want to do anything before you return to the shore? Alrighty. I think this is where we're going to end tonight because it's a perfect place to pick up next time. So next time you'll resume with all of you heading to the Northern Shrine and the Kraken Priest. Thank you guys for joining us. Tonight we have to resume our tradition of naming the session MVP. So, Bard.
I would probably say I tanked a lot of hits there.
Yeah, it hurts.
Mel.
I have an orange.
Gary.
Gary's gonna vote Melusine on this.
She did nothing. She stayed out of the way.
Take what I can
It is
get.
not an impediment.
I'm not upset with that.
Orn.
Okay, Orn. Who do you want to nominate? It doesn't matter, but go ahead. Throw it out there.
I'll fall for a one for
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
What a guy. Worst die for the evening. I'm going to put myself forward for this one because although I
You're the
had
best
a
and the worst.
good run there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we had any on our side that were like super bad that really turned the
Actually,
tide.
Eve.
I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't. My dice got high enough to hit until just.
So he switched them.
Yeah.
No, even that one started failing.
In the end,
Yeah,
they all
then.
fail us.
And in the end,
It doesn't even matter.
Oh dear.
Our next channel is going to be us singing a cappella.
Apollo Pella.
Alrighty,
Viewership
name
drops dramatically.
name for the
So
episode.
we got quite a few, but I kind of narrowed it down because I have about 1,000. All right. So the first one that I suggested, yours truly, 50 Shades of Black. Then we had Seven More, and then looks like Crab's back on the Baby Boys. And then the Crafty Crabs. The Hills Have Crabs.
I really like the Hills of Crabs.
And soft shells and full bellies.
I still like Let's Get Kraken because we cracked some crabs.
So we usually have two names for the episode: one that we use for the air date, and then one that we
Oh,
use
yeah,
for.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
you,
which that didn't get updated in the air date.
It did on the stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason on that screen it's not. But on here it is.
I vote hills have crabs.
Yeah, I like the hills have crabs.
Hills Have
Okay.
Crabs. Thanks for your
Just
suggestion.
words, so remember it.
Alrighty, guys, we'll be back here this week, same bat time, same bat channel. So thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you all then.
Same bat lawsuit.